A woman never belongs to you. It's just your turn. You lost your edge, she lost attraction for you. That's how it works. What'd you think she was gonna do? Tell you she cheated? Men cannot afford to get complacent in relationships. Get your fat ass off the couch, start lifting weights, and learn game. You're welcome.
And now your man,
Donovan Sharpe.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 563rd edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of red pill truth, wisdom, and awareness. We are brought to you by Gorilla Mind Rush, the #1 non-habit-forming energy and focus supplement on the market. Be hyper-productive and laser-focused for hours with zero crash and zero jitters. Support your productivity and support the show by going to donovansharpe.com/Gorilla Mind Rush to get your hands on a bottle or 4. We are streaming live, as always, to YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, VK, and OK.ru. So however you're watching, wherever you're watching from, thank you for making the Sharpe Reality Live a part of your daily routine. It is Thursday, February 27th, 2020. It is good to have you guys in today. Drank a little too much whiskey last night because I woke up with a screaming headache. Incidentally enough, I actually slept pretty good. Even though I had a hangover, I still managed to recover quite well. So even though it was a little bit of a hangover, it didn't really last that long. I've been extremely productive all day since, thanks, of course, to Gorilla Mind Rush and Four Sigmatic Coffee with Lion's Mane and Chug. I was actually on MLD's show a little bit earlier, so I was a little bit behind, but I managed to catch up. Guys, make sure you get your hands on my new mini course, How to Master the Basics of Game. I teach you how to overcome approach anxiety, how to pass shit tests, how to text girls effectively, differentiating between shit tests and disrespect, and much, much more. If you are back on the dating market for the first time in years, or if you're new to the red pill and need to learn and understand the basics of sexual attraction in game, How to Master the Basics of Game will flat out get it done. Go to donovansharpe.com/courses or go to patreon.com/DonovanSharpe to get your hands on this life-changing course. If you already have the entire course, How to Master the Game, you do not need it. You do not need this mini course if you own How to Master the Game, because How to Master the Basics of Game is the very first chapter in How to Master the Game. Okay, let's get right to it. As men in the red pill community, men who have red pill awareness, we understand that today's women are broken. We understand that there is no hope for women these days. They sleep around, they drink way too much, they do drugs, they get fat, they get tattoos, they get these ridiculous piercings, and all the rest of that. We get it, we see it every day. Now, we also understand that these women are not suitable for long-term relationships. They are not long-term relationship, or in the manosphere, we call it LTR material. We know that committing anything to these women outside of our cock and balls is a recipe for disaster. We get that. Over the last decade or so, the manosphere has gotten its fair amount of mainstream media attention. The manosphere has actually gained in notoriety, for better or worse. One season of American Horror Story actually showed the main character browsing the Red Pill subreddit. That was one example. Roosh V has been on Dr. Oz, he's been on the news, and he's been banned from countries. A plane he was on actually turned around and went back to the airport because he was on it. Naturally, feminism has fought back and has also infiltrated mainstream media. The Mummy is now a woman. Captain Marvel, that was a Mary Sue movie. Birds of Prey, an abject disaster. The Star Wars saga has even been feminized. Women are getting hired in the NFL. The list goes on and on. Now, obviously, feminism has completely destroyed the sexual marketplace. Women act like men act like women. Most children are born out of wedlock. Marriage is on the decline while divorce is on the rise. Men are afraid to even talk to women for fear of criminal prosecution or termination from their jobs, and women don't respect the sanctity of marriage, much less a long-term relationship, as they cheat on most men they're in relationships with. What this has caused is a divide between the sexes. It's a divide between men and women, a divide between the genders. Men and women see each other as the enemy. Women think men seek to oppress them, and men know that most women aren't worth committing to outside of sex. Now, sexual relations between men and women have never been worse, and it doesn't look like it's going to change anytime soon. I discussed this explicitly with John of Modern Life Dating on his channel. I said to him, and I quote, "It is going to get better. It's going to get worse before it gets better." Because of the deplorable state of the sexual marketplace, men and women have been forced to adjust to it, but they're getting very different results. We're getting very different results as a result of this particular fissure, I guess as you want to call it. Men who, now, just to do a disclaimer, men who choose to remain willfully ignorant, those guys obviously suffer. Okay, right? These are the men who continue getting cheated on, disrespected, cuckolded, paternity fraud, sperm jack shit on by women. We're not going to talk about those guys. No. Men who break free of the matrix and go their own way are starting to see success, at least as much success as a man can get without putting himself at risk for being taken advantage of by women. Men like us, red pill aware men, we are getting better with women. Our risks are substantially lower. We're making more money. We are living lives on our own terms. We are much more content without women in our lives as a whole. Yes, there are exceptions to the rule. I happen to be in a long-term cohabitating relationship. Rollo Tomasi, Steve Dean Williams have both been married for 20 plus years, and there are other men in the red pill community who have good, solid, long-term, healthy relationships with their women. By the same token, every single one of us, without exception, we all understand very clearly that our women could go feral at any time, for any reason, or for no reason at all. And because we are well aware of this, we are more than prepared to live without the women that we're committed to. In other words, we know that we'd be just fine without them. But by and large, most men have sworn off having relations with women outside of sex. Most high-value men, the men in the most demand, most of those guys have decided not to put themselves at risk by only using women for sex and sex alone. They're not interested in relationships. They don't want to have families with American and Western women who buy into feminism. Okay, some of these men may date non-exclusively for a little while. They may spend a little more time with one particular female than he does with other females, but at the end of the day, more high-value men than not are choosing to be single. Most are choosing to forego marriage and children and either play the field for life or seek a wife or a significant other in other countries where traditional masculinity, traditional femininity, all those things are praised and encouraged. We are winning, gentlemen. We are winning. We are in the lead. Even men who have chosen to have nothing to do with women whatsoever, those guys are happier. We as men, we're doing what we want. We're doing it when we want to, and we're doing it how we want to do it. And we're not being dragged down by a low-quality female who thinks it is her birthright to own you and everything you create. Now, on the flip side of that, this freedom does come at a price. There are costs to this. Not putting yourself at risk means not having children, guys. That's not a good thing, guys. It sucks that men are choosing not to procreate with women to keep themselves from getting taken to the cleaners. Another cost that comes with reducing our risk is lack of female companionship. Yes, gentlemen, men, we do thrive in solitude. But most men, including myself, would readily admit that being in a good, solid relationship with a woman that we can trust and love, that is something that has the potential to elevate our lives. Now, at the moment, I happen to be living proof of this. But make no mistake about the fact that I never take for granted that things could go I don't take for granted that things couldn't go completely sideways in my own relationship. A lot of my detractors say, oh yeah, well, as soon as Devin leaves him, it's all over with. Listen, maybe Devin leaves, maybe she doesn't. Maybe I leave, maybe I don't. But I'd be just fine with or without Dev, or any other woman in my life for that matter. But for most men, it's more than worth giving up these things in exchange for peace of mind. For most men, the price is worth that freedom. That price is more than worth the feeling of realizing our true potential. And at the end of the day, guys, most men who are red pill aware are much happier than they were before they took the red pill. Women, on the other hand, not so fortunate. Putting off marriage and children to advance in their careers and gobble bananas for a decade plus hasn't quite worked out so well for them. Better than 1 out of 4 women is on an antidepressant or an anti-anxiety medications, and a lot of times they're on both. Women are increasingly miserable. They're drinking more. They're developing addictions to alcohol. They're developing addictions to drugs. They're doing all of these at a much higher rate. Women are physically, mentally, and even spiritually damaged as a result of sleeping with hundreds of men in a very short period of time. Sleeping around for women, gentlemen, causes irreparable damage to their very souls. Guys, abortion is emotional suicide. That is a mind job. Fucking more than one guy in 24 hours, sometimes even more than one at a time. Again, that is emotional suicide. Not being able to pair bond with men anymore is something they can never live down. And don't get me started on STDs or the unspeakable sex acts that women have engaged in that will haunt them until the day they die. Women are losing, gentlemen, and they know they're losing. And their defeat, incidentally enough, has come in stages. I don't know how many stages there are, but I know how many stages there have been. I'm sure there are other stages to come. One can really only guess. But let's talk about the first few stages that their defeat has come in. The first stage was denial. Despite the proof being all around them all the time, women simply could not admit that feminism has ruined them for life. Can't do it. The second stage was anger. Not at themselves, but at us, men. 30 and 40-something women projected their anger onto us for not wifing them up or committing to them, despite their advanced age, multiple abortions, multiple children with multiple men, STDs, and otherwise unimpressive resumes as women. The second stage is that they were angry at us because now that the jig is up, we're no longer buying used cars at new car prices. Before the red pill, men were forced to buy used cars at new car prices because we didn't know any better. Guess what? The red pill is, incidentally enough, that's the Kelly Blue Book. Or should we call it the Kelly Red Book? The third stage after the anger wore off was defiance. They stopped being angry and said, you don't want us? Fine. We don't need you either. We're strong and independent. I don't need a man to be happy. I can be happy alone. I don't need a king to be a queen. I don't need a man to love me. We don't want you. We don't need you. When they figured out that that wasn't the case, they slipped into the fourth stage, which was depression. This is the realization that women do in fact need men, and that we as men don't need women. They realize that when men and women are at odds with each other romantically, that men are perfectly happy having a rotation of women, traveling the world, living on our own terms, and having the ability to be truly happy without them. But as we all know, women will never admit fault or defeat or hold themselves accountable for their station in life. They absolutely need us, but they can't tell us because A, they know they've dug themselves into a hole they cannot get out of because they're well aware that most men have fucking had it with them. And B, they don't want to risk being rejected by us, and women are simply ill-equipped to handle rejection, as we've all seen and heard pretty much our entire lives. So they have moved on to the next stage, which brings me to today's topic. which is the trend of women marrying, that's right, guys, themselves. I did not stutter. Women are marrying themselves. More and more women are marrying themselves. And I'm going to go ahead. I'm actually going to go ahead. I'm going to open up the phone lines here in just a few minutes because I really want to get you guys' thoughts on this. Okay? 914-205-5356. Again, that's 914-205-5356. Let me go ahead and put the, matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and put the number on the screen. And while I'm waiting for you guys to queue up in the call queue, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read these couple of, I'm going to read these articles. Give me a second here. There we are. I'm going to read a couple of articles here. And I'll give my commentary. I'm not going to do like a full Donovan Sharpe breakdown, even though I've said that before and ended up doing it anyway. But 914-205-5356, if you want to get in on the conversation, I'm opening up the phone lines early today. So let's go ahead and get started here if you guys are looking at your screen. The first article is entitled, Australian Woman Marries Herself in Beach Ceremony and Says Vows in Mirror. Oh my God. It was published on independent.co.uk way back in 2018. So let's go ahead and get started here, shall we? It starts, quote, a woman from the Gold Coast in Australia has married herself in an intimate beach ceremony in front of 3 close friends. Linda Doctar is a life coach. Just let that sit. A life coach who champions self-love and decided to go through with the ceremony after a painful breakup. The 34-year-old wore a tie-dye and purple gown on the day and looked into a handheld mirror while she recited her vows. I just got married to myself, Doctar wrote in an Instagram post shortly after the ceremony, which took place on Valentine's Day of 2017. Yesterday, she says, I experienced the most powerful self-love and self-marriage ritual known to humankind. To promote, to promise to love, honor, and respect my soul today, tomorrow, and always. Yesterday, she says, I made the choice to become my own soulmate and best friend. I am whole, she says. It's your turn to choose you. In a subsequent post, Doctar can be seen standing opposite of one of her friends during the wedding, holding a colorful bouquet. In the caption, she describes loving yourself as, quote, the greatest revolution. The act of marrying oneself, she says, sometimes known as soligamy. Jesus fucking Christ, are you serious with that? Soligamy. Is not legally recognized in Australia, yeah, big shock there, but is viewed as a symbolic occasion. Doctar was inspired to marry herself after a close friend, Emma Jane Love, did the same thing in Bali. Love, a former sex worker turned relationships counselor, made headlines in 2017 for her own bohemian-style ceremony, which she decided to pursue after experiencing a series of abusive relationships. Let me just stop right there. We all know that women do not make good relationship counselors. We get that. We know that you should never, ever, ever take relationship advice from women, right? But this woman, Emma Jane Love, was a former sex worker. So riddle me this, Batman, and I see the callers in the queue. Be patient with me. I'm going to let as many of you guys get in there as possible. I promise I'm going to come to you guys, but riddle me this, Batman. What the hell does a sex worker know about relationships? You mean to tell me that a woman who got paid to have sex, and listen, if that's what she wants to do, that's fine. Shake what your mama gave you. But how in the world can anyone take relationship advice seriously from a woman who used to be a sex worker? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let's continue. The 33-year-old bought her own engagement ring, writing in a Facebook post at the time that the ceremony was an expression of the unconditional love she has for herself. She now helps others marry themselves in symbolic ceremonies and has performed more than 100 self-marriages for men and women, including Doktar. Guys, men are not marrying themselves. I don't know where the hell they're getting that from. Ay. Men don't need to marry themselves. We don't need to marry ourselves. That's bullshit. I don't buy that. Writing about Doktar's experience, it concludes, on Facebook, Love explained that self-marriage is by no means an expression of shutting oneself off to romantic partners in the future. Please know, she says, that this ceremony is not done instead of being someone or because the person doesn't want to be with someone in the future, she wrote. It's done to honor the healing journey once they come to a deep place of self-love, and they commit that self-love forever with this ceremony. Many of the women I work with, she continues, have been in toxic and codependent relationship and even experienced abuse. Oh, big shock. What I teach them is how to stop looking outside of themselves for love and how to then attract relationships from a healthy place, not from a place of lack, but from a place of fullness. So when she says, please know that the ceremony is not done instead of being with someone, or not done because the person doesn't want to be with someone in the future, that is exactly what she means. This whole marrying myself, this is a cry for help. A woman who marries herself is signaling to the world. She doesn't even realize she's doing this. She's signaling to the world, I don't want to be alone. I don't need the love of a man. Oh, yes, the hell you do. You see, gentlemen, there's no such thing as self-love or self-worth for women. Women are incapable of loving themselves. Men, we're capable of loving ourselves, but women aren't capable of loving themselves. You want to know how I know? Because a woman doesn't have any self-worth unless men place worth on her. Well, Donovan, what are you talking about self-worth? There are thirsty dudes out here telling women that they're the best all the time. That's not the kind of self-worth they want. They don't want validation from men of low value. They want validation from men of value. Guys like myself, red pill aware guys. They don't want that cheap validation. Oh, you got some big titties and a nice ass. I'd wife you up right now. Oh, no. They don't want that. Self-love for women is like a queen appointing herself a queen without a king. A queen doesn't become a queen until a king chooses her to be. There's no such thing as a queen that wasn't first married to a king. A king makes a woman a queen. A woman cannot make herself a queen any more than a woman can love herself. A woman can only love herself when a man of value loves her first. As soon as he withdraws that love and affection, attention, guess what? That self-worth goes right back down. Got a few callers on the lines. I'm going to come to you guys in just a few seconds. The next article is very, very short. It's very, very short. So I'm going to quickly read this, and I'll go right to the phone lines afterwards. It is entitled, "This Woman Got Bored of Waiting for Mr. Right, So She Married Herself." This article was published on Indy100.com, which appears to be in conjunction or cahoots with The Independent. Pardon me. Let's see what this nonsense is about. A woman has married herself, it starts, after she got bored and fed up of waiting for Mr. Right to pop up in her life. Laura Messi, a 40-year-old fitness instructor from Italy, made a pact with herself that if she hadn't met the one, by the time she hit the big 4-0, she'd marry herself. And that's exactly what she did. After 20 years of searching, she finally gave up and decided to take herself down the aisle. Speaking to an Italian newspaper, La Repubblica, Messi said, "I told friends and family that if I had not found my soulmate by my 40th birthday, I would marry myself." The wedding itself was also far from low-key, and the blushing bride splashed over 8,700 pounds of her own money on a traditional white gown, a special ring, and even a white tiered cake topped with a lone figure of herself. 70 guests also joined her for the big day, and there was lots of food, drink, dancing, and even bottles of champagne marked with the phrase, "single." She also jetted off on a beautiful honeymoon after the event to Egypt. Despite feeling happy about the ceremony, Messi also admits that if she ever did meet Mr. Right, she'd be happy to divorce herself for a real husband. Do you guys see this? We talk about branch swinging all the time, right? You would think if you don't, this woman is literally talking about branch swinging. If Mr. Right should happen to come by, I'll divorce myself. And again, we laugh and we chuckle, but think about what she just said there, guys. Men around this world always think, well, my wife isn't capable of cheating. My girl would never divorce me. Dude, women would divorce themselves. If the right dude or Mr. Right, if Mr. Right were to make himself available, you best believe they would divorce themselves. Unbelievable. Oh my God. The bride continued, if one day I find a man with whom I can plan a future, I will be happy, but my happiness does not depend on him. I firmly believe that each of us must first all love ourselves. This is my fairy tale wedding, only without a Prince Charming. Then, of course, it ends talking about self-marriage or sologamy is a trend that's growing among singletons, with ceremonies seen in Australia, the Netherlands, and the United Kingdom, reports The Telegraph. British PR consultant Sophie Turner also opted to wed herself in 2015 after escaping an abusive relationship. Speaking to the newspaper, she said, everyone celebrates getting together with someone becoming married, but there's no milestone in society that celebrates escaping something awful or returning to your own happiness and contentment. Guys, I see you on the phone lines, but before I get to you guys, I'm going to talk about a few of the trends that I've noticed with all these women. Have you noticed any similarities between these women who have all married themselves? The first trend I notice is that they all claim to be in abusive relationships. That's the first thing I noticed. Women throw around the moniker abusive relationship very, very flippantly. And here in 2020, abusive relationship simply means being in a relationship with a man who does not worship women. That's it. If he doesn't worship women, if he doesn't allow if he doesn't allow his woman to put herself in situations that could lead to cheating, if he holds her accountable, if he demands her best, if he rules his relationship with an iron fist, if he shows traditional masculinity, he is abusive. Of course, all of these women have been in abusive relationships. Here's something else that I've noticed that all of these women who have married themselves have in common. You notice what countries they're doing this in? They're doing this in the US. They're doing this in the UK. They're doing this in Australia. These are feminist hotbeds. You want to know where they're not marrying themselves? They're not marrying themselves in Ukraine, guys. They're not marrying themselves in Brazil, Argentina, Poland. These places are some of the last bastions of traditional male masculinity and female femininity, where that stuff is rewarded. Here's a third trend I've noticed about women marrying themselves. All of these women are in their 30s and 40s. 21-year-old girls ain't marrying themselves, guys. You're not seeing women who are 27, 28 years old talking about, I'm going to marry myself. Oh, no. These are all post-wall party sluts who've been rode hard and put away wet, who have fucked so many guys they can no longer pair bond to one man. Men of value see and recognize this immediately and have decided they don't want to be a part of that. So instead of being on the search for Mr. Right and admitting to us, hey, we got it wrong, I'm going to marry myself. This doesn't happen with 21-year-olds, guys. This happens with women in their 30s and 40s. Here's something else that I've noticed, which is kind of weird. Most of these bitches marrying themselves are like life coaches and fitness instructors. You guys remember that 46-year-old Tinder slut who ran out of Tinder matches? Andy Liu? She was also a quote-unquote life coach. If you were such a life coach, if you had all of the answers to life, then what the fuck why haven't you found a man yet? I know, because you can't stop fucking. That's what this comes down to, guys. Excellent. 914-205-5356. That is the number to call if you want to get on the show. Again, that's 914-205-5356. Zach Schmidt with the $4 super chat says, Mr. Sharpe have to show love to a favorite tuber. Appreciate that. Six Ball is now a part of the mod squad. I appreciate you joining Six Ball. You now have chat privileges. About now at the $2 super chat. Appreciate that. Steesley also now has chat privileges. Appreciate that. Thanks for the support. Charles Reinhardt with the $20 super chat says, great used car analogy on women. Definitely some light bulbs went off for me. Happy to help. Al says, Donovan, you're our life coach. I appreciate that. I don't really consider myself to be a life coach, but hey, whatever moniker works for you. The Steel Curtain with the $10 super chat says, women marrying themselves now. This screams of twisted narcissism on steroids. Sounds like pathetic desperation in need of time on the couch. Hashtag clown world gone wild. See, women don't want to be, women want to get married. They don't want to be married. Women don't, when women think of getting married, they never think of actually being married. They don't think about waking up and kissing each other with morning breath. They don't think about dropping their kids off at soccer practice when you're too tired to cook. They don't think about the rigors and the hard work that comes with being married. The only thing they think about is this big, glorious wedding, which is quite literally just a pussy party. That's all. Listen, that's all weddings are just a celebration of women. This is why every woman wants a dream wedding. The reason why women want a dream wedding is because everyone is paying attention to them. Let's throw a big party and celebrate me because I'm, well, me. This is why women want to get married. 914-205-5356 is the number to call. Let's go to the phone lines. Area code, wait a minute, hold on, 240. You jumped in line. I'm not going to allow you to do that. Hang on. Area code 678. Area code 678, you're on live with Donovan. What is your name and location?
My name is Efo, and I'm from Atlanta.
Your name is what?
Efo, E-F-O, Efo.
Oh, Efo. Efo in Atlanta. How you doing, Efo?
Doing good. Do you think that women have to earn a man's protection?
Yes, I do. No submission, no protection. Women, listen, Efo, women are always talking about, oh, I'm strong and I'm independent and we don't need men. Okay. If you don't need men, then you don't need protection, right? But as soon as the shit hits the fan, all of a sudden now women come running back to us. No. No submission, no protection. That's the rule. I'll give you the last word, Efo.
That's what I gotta say, man. Thanks.
Okay. Thanks for the call, Efo in Atlanta. All right. Let us go to area code. All right. Area code 678. Area code 678. You're on live with Donovan. What is your name and where are you calling from?
You already talked.
Oh, wait. That's still you. My bad. Sorry about that. Area code 240. I need you to call back. I accidentally hung up on you. There he is. There he is. All right. Excellent. All right. Area code 240. You're on live with Donovan. What is your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Donovan. I'd like to remain anonymous.
Sure.
Yeah, so quick question here. I have to build a little bit of context real quick. So my girlfriend has polycystic ovaries. She's 21, and she's missed her period for the last 2 months. Now, we took a pregnancy test on the 14th. She's not pregnant, but today she hits me with, can you come at me so I can find out if I'll get pregnant? Yeah, so I told her hell no, and we went back and forth, and I'm not going to do it. And she's saying, like, right. Well, I guess I'll just have to find out by myself then. So I said, what do you mean? She said, well, guess I won't find out. So I'm thinking it's a shit test, but is this something I should be concerned about?
Number one, that's not a shit test. That's absolute disrespect. And number three, that's absolutely something you should be concerned about. You see, and you said you want to remain anonymous. I'm gonna call you Chuck. Here's the thing, Chuck in 240. I'll call you Chuck in Maryland. Here's the thing, Chuck. The difference between, and I'm giving away a little bit of my content in my how to build a quality woman from the ground up, as well as how to master the game. Okay. What you have to understand is that there is a difference between a shit test and disrespect, right? Now, sometimes disrespect can be a shit test, okay? They don't often happen that way, but sometimes they actually do. The difference between a shit test and disrespect is a shit test tests your manhood, okay? Disrespect flat out disrespects it. You understand what I'm saying? A shit test is just a test. It feels like a shit test. She's not really serious about it. But when your girlfriend says to you, in no uncertain terms, in coded language, if you don't come inside me, I'm going to find someone who will, that is disrespect. You absolutely need to be concerned about that. There is absolutely, and you know what you should do? You know what you should have done? You should have said, bye, see you later. Chuck, you got to next this chick. You got to next this chick. I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, I think that's pretty. Oh no, the last thing really is I pretty much have control of my relationship. She doesn't disrespect me or anything like that. So
Chuck,
this is why
no,
today
Chuck, listen. I'm telling you this because I like you. You sound like a good guy. You don't have control in your relationship, man. Like you listen, Chuck. I can just tell by your voice you're a good dude. Right? Like you're a good dude. I don't think that you would ever intentionally play mind games with women. My friend, you do not have control in your relationship. Your girlfriend has polycystic ovarian whatever, I'm not a doctor, but she's trying to trick you into getting her pregnant. And she is literally telling you, if you don't put a baby in me, someone else will. You do not have control over your relationship. You need to leave this woman because if you don't, someone else is going to knock her ass up and she's going to end up pinning that on you.
All right.
Thanks for the call, Chuck in Maryland. Ay. I swear to God, man, women are becoming more and more entitled these days. I'll tell you what. Let's go back to the phone lines. Area code 336. You're on live at Donovan. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Donovan?
Donovan, what's up? Donovan, Jesus Christ. Yes, you're on live. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. This is TJ calling from High Point.
TJ at High Point. I went to High Point University.
Yes, sir. I think we spoke once earlier. I mentioned I just got on the red pill.
Okay.
And everything like that. But in any case, though, like I mentioned before, I've gotten past the anger phase and everything like that. And I think I'm at the, you got to kill the beta in you part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I just wanted to get your take on something. I was kind of feeling this girl, and things didn't work out the way I wanted, and I feel like that was the beta in me where I didn't just move on right away, and at that point I wasn't consuming as much red pill content. I started consuming it again.
Okay.
And in consuming the red pill content, it was almost like like she's gorgeous, but she's 33. And it almost, the red pill content almost put things into perspective for me that, hey, I am continuously building my value. I'm doing a lot better than I was, say, 5 years ago. And she's getting older. And
how old are you?
Once I started to realize, I'm 33.
Okay. So let me stop you right there before you continue. Hold on. You guys are the same age, okay? You're 33 and she's 33, right? In sexual market value years and SMV years, okay, you are 18 and she is 33. You understand? Like, she is at the end. Like, dude, she is past the wall. She has reached the end of her sexual market value peak. You at 33 years old, dude, the fun is about to get started. And you're going to be at your peak SMV until you are at least 50. So, and again, I know we don't all know this. So when I get ages of boyfriends and girlfriends or whatever, I'm going to put in the factor of SMV years. So she is 33 years old in SMV years. You are 18 years old in SMV years. But go ahead.
And that's what I'm starting to realize.
Yep.
To be honest, like, because she's hot. At 33, she's really hot.
Sure.
And the red pill really kind of, it's putting things into perspective. The fact that she's 33 and she's hot, she is trying to cash out right now as high as she can. That's fine. And once I started consuming content and stopped being so infatuated with it, I started to notice that, like, the 19, 20, 21, 22-year-olds in the area were checking me out. And it just kind of put things back into perspective, like I said, getting back to the red pill content. So I just want to let you know that, what you're doing is changing lives.
Good. Thank you very, very much. Last question before I let you go, TJ in High Point. Does she have any red flags? Like you said, she's trying to cash out. Is she trying to get pregnant, or is she trying to lock you down? What's going on there?
No. It's not even a towards me thing. Like, it's more of a just paying attention to the situation now, right? Instead of just being so infatuated with her and everything like that, just paying attention to the situation, just mannerisms and everything like that. It just makes me, more or less, I'm kind of to the point where I realize now, like when I get turned down by a girl, instead of getting hurt, I realize, okay, I just need to work a little bit more.
Right.
I just need to increase my value a little bit more.
Okay, perfect. Okay, cool. Well, thanks for the call, TJ. The 336 checking in. 336 checking in. Merciless 6 with the $5 super chat. I appreciate that. He says 1,300 post-wall out-of-shape women are upset with J-Lo's Super Bowl performance. What the fuck was offensive about it? Yeah, exactly. Right? Yeah, I've seen the memes. I saw those memes going around. Like, women didn't have a problem when Adam Levine was prancing around with his shirt off, but as soon as J-Lo and Shakira's up there shaking their ass like strippers, now they have a problem with it. So we want to glorify Lizzo. We want to glorify Lizzo's fat ass for showing LeBron James her thong, for putting her cottage cheese fat ass on the screen, her sloppy ass on the screen, shaking in a goddamn thong. We want to say, you go, girl. Those same women want to shame J-Lo and Shakira for having nice bodies. That's what we're doing. Like, that's what this is, like, for real. Nicholas Skeels says, read my message. Read my message. It's up a few. Nicholas wants to know, and thanks for the super chat, says, what are your feelings on Gen Z? I'm 32, starting an elevator mechanic apprenticeship and want to get married later. I'm finding them to be more conservative, i.e. wearing sweaters to cover up. Nicholas, you're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself. Hang on. Nicholas, you're lying to yourself. Generation Z is definitely not more conservative. Just because you saw a couple of Gen Zers wearing sweaters to cover up, did it ever occur to you that the reason they're wearing sweaters is because maybe it's cold outside? Like, listen, I understand that you want to get married. You're a man, you want to have a family, you want to get married. This is what we are designed to want to do, right? But, dude, we are at least three generations the other way from having women that are going to be marriage material. Millennials are bad. Gen Zers are even worse. Just because you saw a couple of 20-somethings in sweaters does not mean they're conservative. That's what you see, right? Gen Zers are being conservative because they want to lock down a man. But guess what? Guess what they're doing on Facebook and IG? It's the same thing. Big shout out to Steesley with the $5 super chat. Says R&B singer Maya, yes, married herself in her new music video. She is 40 years old and will not date non-vegans. You see? All these women who are marrying themselves are in their 30s and 40s. They've been passed around. They've been rode hard and put away wet. They've been sport fucking dudes by the truckload. Then when they get to a certain point where they can no longer attract high-value men, they marry themselves because of self-love. No, you're marrying yourself because men don't want you anymore. That's what it is. Men do not want you anymore. That's how that works. And it's interesting that the older women get, the more selective they become. Maya's not going to date non-vegans. Sweetheart, Maya, most men are not vegans. They're not. Ay, ay, ay. Nicholas Skeels with the $2 super chat says, LOL, thanks. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Let us go to area code 702. Area code 702, you're on live with Donovan. What's your name and location?
Hey, how you doing, Donovan? This is Jason, man, from Vegas.
Jason in Vegas, what's up, brother?
Hey, man, I'm up here laughing at you, man, because you was talking about that Lizzo situation. That should have me dying. But my whole thing is that they married themselves, and how's the divorce going to go? Who's going to get the assets?
Right.
Who's going to get the alimony?
Right. Exactly.
Who's going to do all that?
Is this not the silliest? Honestly, Jason, is this not the dumbest thing you've ever heard? Like, if this doesn't scream desperation and just being pathetic, I don't know what does. I'm gonna marry myself. What the hell is that? Get the fuck out of here.
Well, what it is it's just a ploy. You know what I'm saying? It's a ploy for them to try to let men know that, hey, because I do have value. When in fact maybe the man that was good to them, that did treat them white, or that they might have cheated on, or been cheated on, or whatever. It's like it's that ploy tactic that it's that, you know how people say that you can't do something just to get you to do it?
Sure, yeah.
That's all that it is.
Reverse psychology.
You know? And it's like my thing. Yeah, and so my whole thing is that, you know, when it comes to marriage and stuff, you gotta ask people the real question, you know what I'm saying? And it's like a lot of times, a lot of these women don't want to build. They're just in love with the idea of the marriage.
Sure.
Once the wedding happens, once the party happens, then life has to set in. Now you have to really start taking life as a wife, and that's just and it's more than just a title. You know, they like to say, well, I'm married, I'm a wife, but that holds something. You know, so just like how they look at husbands as like, yo, a husband title holds this, and this. They have a list for that, but as soon as a man is like, yo, this is what a wife requires, now all of a sudden now you're being misogynist.
Yeah, now you're misogynistic, right? You're being shallow,
now
etc.
You're not letting So you know what I'm saying? So my thing is that us for men, like I say, like I love the red pill. You know what I'm saying? It changed my life. You know what I'm saying? Like years ago. You know, I was one of those beta male dudes, whatever. Since, and I'm gonna be quick, Donovan. Too. I'm not gonna take all day. But when you start to really understand what's really going on around you, right? You're gonna meet women. You know what I'm saying? Predominantly, because of the women, they're against that because they know that that's the only way how they ever want to come up and get out of their situations from what they're in.
Right.
You know, you meet some women. You know what I'm saying? Who understand where you're at and they work with you and they build with you from there. But like I tell men, just be aware of who you're dealing with. You know, don't commit to somebody because they're telling you, well, if you don't commit, I'm going to leave, or they ain't going to get no better than this. You know, my thing is that when you meet women like that, you know, those are women that feel like, hey, you know, my clock is ticking, I'm running out of time, and they're so caught up inside society's reality that they're missing out on their own real reality.
Yep.
That's the difference between men and women. Is that once men understand reality, women understand reality once they have children and nowhere else to turn. That's when they start to really understand, like, yo, I got to really kick it in gear. And even still, and then they still have a hard time with it.
Right.
You know, because it's better to lie to yourself, you know what I'm saying, about a problem than it is to really be honest with yourself and to be truthful.
Well, I'll say this.
Because to be truthful means,
Well, I'll say this, and thanks for the call. Thanks for the call, Jason. Yeah, what Jason was saying is what we all in the manosphere and in the red pill know. People, and this is men and women, would prefer pretty lies to the ugly truth. He makes a very good point. Women never really understand reality until they have children, and even then, they stay delusional. Shout out to PD Ice, who just became a member. You now have chat privileges. Shout out to all of my chatters. Let's go down the list here. I Bramblebush, Pimped Out Geese, Dooney Smith, New York's Ninth Wonder, Colonel Sanders the 16th. I hope I'm saying that right. Legendary Proof, Sharpe Assist, Six Ball, Ace in Spades. Let's see who else is in here. Six Ball says, wait, she's, quote, married to herself and still claims to be single. Go figure. Yeah, exactly. I married myself. It's so funny how this contradicts itself, right? So she marries herself, but she says, I'm still open to finding the right man. Like, how telling is that? A woman marries herself. This just shows you guys that women don't take the sanctity of marriage seriously. A woman doesn't take the sanctity of marriage seriously when she's married to a man. You know damn well she's not going to take it seriously when she's married to herself. Silliness. Shout out to MLD, who's in the house, modernlifedating.com. Guys, go and check him out. James Martinez says they want us men to find Lizzo attractive so they can keep being lazy. Right. That's exactly right. See, we as men, we said, okay, women want men who are strong, confident, who make good money, who understand how to handle women. So we went out and we did those things. We understand that there are costs to female companionship. There are costs to female love and female respect. Women still want it for free. They still want it for free. And who can blame them? Women have been getting free validation for the last 60 plus years. So when we tell them, hey, listen, if you want high value men, there's a price to be paid. Well, of course, they want to keep it for free. So they want to tell us beauty comes in all sizes. They want to tell us that Tess Holliday is attractive. Ashley Graham is attractive. Ashley Graham is a fucking fat ass. I wouldn't fuck her with somebody else's dick. Too many dudes out here. Well, Ashley Graham has a pretty face. No, she doesn't. She has a fucking fat face. Ashley fucking Graham. Get out of here with that nonsense. I promise you, Ashley Graham wants to lose weight. Beauty does not come in all sizes. Male desire comes in very few sizes. Davis Arini with the $2 super chat says, Tristan Tate says the answer is we need Jesus. Tristan Tate is a fucking idiot for saying that. Don't misquote me. Don't misquote me. Anybody who says we need Jesus is a fucking idiot. Yeah, Davis Arini, tell Tristan Tate to miss me with that nonsense. We need Jesus. Get the fuck out of here with that. Give me a break. Let's go back to the phone lines. Area code 469. Area code 469. You're on live at Donovan. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Minus 150, 200. Man, shit. You got to save money, but I'd have made 600 in a day. I'd have came to the man.
Okay, area code 469. You're on the air.
You know, speaking of which, this weekend, I want to hit.
Area code 469 is obviously having another conversation. Let's try area code 909. Area code 909, you're on live at Donovan. What's your name and location?
Hey, good morning. Theo the Trucker here, Donovan. How
Hey,
you doing?
Theo, what's up, man?
I'm enjoying my day off at a nice, quiet home. I was working
Excellent.
on my ATV when you brought up the one about the woman marrying herself.
Yeah.
And I thought of two people. This might even make you laugh. Could you imagine Amy Horton marrying herself?
Oh, my God.
And also our favorite, which you're going to laugh at this one, Camilla Pink, the $500 pizza lady.
Unbelievable, man. Dude, listen.
Could you imagine her marrying herself?
Yes, I can. I can, Theo the Trucker. Amy Horton is going to marry herself. Janelle Testa is going to marry herself. Michaela Pink is absolutely going to marry herself. Wow. Yeah, this is how this goes. This is how this is going to go, man. This is how this is going to go. Thanks for the call, Theo the Trucker. Yeah, man. All of these feminist authors and feminist writers and feminist YouTubers, you guys wait. You guys wait. Fuck men, we don't need men. They're going to go through all the stages. And then, you know what? I'm going to marry myself because I love myself. And that's the greatest love of all. Love Whitney Houston. Love Whitney Houston. That was a lie. The greatest love of all was absolutely a lie, especially when it comes to women. Area code 802. Area code 802, you're on live with Donovan. What's your name and location?
Hey, Donovan. This is Debson. I'm calling from Darlington.
Debson in Darlington. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. So, just on the subject that you're talking about, I remember when I was a kid, there's that guy, he was playing for the Chicago Bulls, Dennis Rodman.
Yeah,
I think
Dennis
he
Rodman,
was
yeah.
married to something like that. Don't you think that we should blame men like that for those things too? And I have a question, Donovan. So what kind of, because there's a lot of like guys that get in trouble because they are dating like white women. So what kind of white women you think black men should let for, like to not, like being accused of rape or sexual harassment or sexual assault? Because I believe there's some type of white women, if a black guy dating them, so immediately you get yourself in trouble. For example, look at the athlete that playing in college. Most of them get in trouble for the same type of white women they are dating. So what do you think about that?
I think that it's high risk to date any kind of women, Debson. And again, I didn't want to make this a racial discussion, but I guess this is. A lot of people, a lot of my detractors say, well, white girls do it too. In other words, white women engage in the same fucked up behaviors and the same fuckery as black women. And guess what, Debson? They're right. White women do it too. White women do it more. White women commit paternity fraud more than black women. There are more white women on welfare than black women. Okay? White women cheat more than black women because they have more opportunities. White men will fuck you over even worse in court than black women. But here's where the trade-off is actually worth it. Yes, all women of all colors are a fucking headache. We get that. But at least with white women, Debson, at least with white women, or women, or non-black women, you get femininity. You see, Debson, femininity is at a premium, right? Femininity is something that has eluded black women since, I would say, probably the 60s or 70s. And the fact that, and listen, black men who date non-black women, exclusively white women, we understand the risks involved. If a white woman says, Donovan Sharpe raped me, guess what? You guys are never going to see me again, right? If a white woman accuses me of sexual harassment, I'm going to lose my job if I'm in the workforce, right? If a white woman points the finger at a black man and says, he did X, Y, and Z to me, they're going to throw me under the jail. So why then, Debson, do black men with this knowledge continue their mass exodus from dating black women are still dating white women? Because femininity means that much. So yes, Debson, white girls do it too. Yes, there are other risks involved when it comes to dating non-black women. That said, I'll take my chances. That's what I say to that. I'll give you the last word.
I have another question, Donovan. I'm 29. I just turned 29.
Okay.
And I married somebody 14 years older than me. But I didn't have the red pill knowledge at this time because she was like, oh, I'm crazy about you, blah, blah, blah. And, I was a young man. So, I just being crazy as well. And we end up married. So now I'm always have, since I held my age, I was doing business thing. When I was 19, 20, I already have a farm. So I have like 4,000 chicken. I was produce like 4,000 eggs every day. So like, so now I'm here. When I moved to the US, I want to continue to do business. Like, but she doesn't want me to do any business thing. She was like, "Oh, you have to get a job." I have a job, but she was like, all you have to do is have a job working for a company, but you don't have to do your business." And I realized like she's a dream killer, because that's what I have in my heart. I don't want to spend the rest of my life working for somebody when I have my own dream that I could realize and being successful.
Yep.
So what do you think? What's your advice for me?
My advice for you is to stand pat. If your woman wants you to enter corporate America and live the quote-unquote American dream and be the white-collar guy and work in an office, and if that's not what you want to do, then don't fucking do it, man. That's my advice to you. You have to understand this, Stepson, and thanks for the call. You have to understand this. Women are genetically predisposed to try to change us. They're genetically predisposed to try to test us, right? Women are always going to test you. Guys, the testing is not going away. We call it congruence testing. We call it shit testing. This is how it goes. It's never going to stop, guys. What you have to understand is that when they do this, subconsciously they're asking themselves and you, are you really the man I fell in love with? Do you really believe in who you are? Do you really believe in what you're doing? Are you authentic? And if there's any doubt in her mind as to your authenticity, she's going to test you. Donovan, I want you to quit this podcast and I want you to go work for somebody else. You know what my answer to that would be? Fuck no. Are you out of your mind? That's how that works. My ex-wife, Darcy, did not want me to open up a mattress shop. I actually had to do it behind her back. Guess what? When the mattress shop was a success, she didn't dispute it then, did she? When the bills were getting paid and I'm buying new cars and houses and all this other kind of stuff, didn't dispute it then, did she? Wives can be dream killers, but you have to understand, just because she asks you to do it doesn't mean that you need to do it. Big thanks goes out to Ace in Spades with the $2 super chat. He says, Davis in the super chat, I'm sorry, not Davis, Ace in Spades in the super chat says, coworker of mine brought herself flowers on Valentine's Day. That's funny. Mr. Crouch, the free agent, with the $10 super chat says, delusion is a form of mental illness, and as men, we should lean toward logic and reasoning. Supporting deranged females should only be towards treatment from a mental clinic and or psychiatric counseling. I agree. Davis Arini with the $2 super chat says, Jesus, the only reason yo dick still work, Donovan. Nigga, fuck you. Fuck off with that. The fuck out of here. It ain't you. So now we're going to have this Jesus debate thing, right? Davis Arini, you're actually paying me $2 every time you tell me I need Jesus. Go fuck yourself. Fuck you, fuck yourself, and your $2 fucking dollars. Ask fucking YouTube for a refund. Fuck you. You need Jesus. Dude, you need Jesus is such a lazy fucking answer. Go fuck yourself. Area code 305. You're on live with Donovan. And what is your name and location?
Oh, yes. My name is Marcus and I'm from Miami.
Marcus in Miami. What's up, man?
I'm good. And I was just listening to your what you're saying today about marriage. and how happy they are about it. And when you said the term pussy party, that really got me thinking about marriage in general, because women always like mention marriage and whatnot. And I'm always thinking, okay, why spend all that money on a marriage? We could just, get engaged and whatnot. Like, you have the man, he has the money and resources. Like, why the extra stuff? And I'm thinking,
why the pomp and circumstance, right? But that's exactly it. The reason, and again, Marcus, women don't think about what's going on here, right? Divorces are at 70%. Some people say 50% of marriages end in divorce. No, it's 70 to 75%, probably even higher than that, right? 80% of divorces are initiated by women. What is this telling us? This is telling us women don't want to be married, right? But there are still bridal stores all over America. There are still shows called Bridezilla. What this tells us is that women want to get married. They don't want to be married. They want the pomp and circumstance. They want the attention. They want the instant credibility and validation that comes with locking down a man. A woman can get dick anytime she wants to. Women don't give credit to other women for getting dick. Oh, I fucked 5 guys last week. Big fucking deal. No. Look at this. I'm engaged. Marcus proposed to me. That's what they get credit for. And the bigger and badder their wedding is, the more their man supposedly loves them. So there's the answer to your question, Marcus. Women don't want to be married. They're not interested in being a wife. What they want to be is a bride. I'll give you the last word.
Okay, and I'm beginning to think about that stuff as well, because during the wedding, like they get a lot of gifts, a lot of stuff that costs a lot of money, like especially the wedding ring. I'm like, damn, like what, $12,000, $30,000 for a ring?
Yep. Women don't. Again, women want. Listen, women want all of the benefits that come with a wedding, but they do not want to pay any of the costs associated with being a wife. Women want to be the bride, don't want to be the wife. Want to be the wife. Gentlemen, if you'd like to get your hands on my premium content, become a Patreon today. Access to the entire archive from episode 1. Pardon me. Audio versions of The Daily Show, which can be played at different speeds and downloaded to your device for your convenience, as well as the weekly Q&A webinar I host every Sunday at 3 Eastern, where you can get more extensive answers to your question. Guys, this gives you one-on-one time with me, which allows you to ask more questions, more extensive specific questions, and get extensive specific answers. You will also get access to exclusive videos for patrons only, like how to reduce flaking, a red pill Valentine's Day, and why working for yourself isn't all it's cracked up to be, as well as how I safely and effectively increase the size of my dick and continue to do so even with this day. A couple days ago, I released a video that tells you how to deal with a woman who says that you're giving her an ultimatum. A lot of great information there. I was going to release the video yesterday on how to keep yourself from catching feelings from girls you're sleeping with, but I'm going to release that today. Got a little bit behind on that today. Right? I'm going to give you step-by-step instructions. It's going to be a good video. How to compartmentalize sex from feelings. A lot of good information in that one. So go to patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. Again, that is patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe to get your hands on this unbelievable content. Remington Rushlow says, is Obsidian's girl attractive? I'll let you guys do the math on that one. I'm going to be making an appearance on C Boogie's channel here real soon to set the record straight. I got nothing against Obsidian. I have nothing against him at all. I'm not going to roast the guy. Obsidian has told an untruth about me, so I need to set the record straight. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Let us go to area code 917. Area code 917, you're on live with Donovan. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
What's up, Donovan? Sanchez, calling from New York, of course.
Sanchez in New York. What's up, brother?
Yeah, man. So this is along the lines of this. Is this along the lines of this Galentine's Day shit I've been hearing about? This is the first year I ever heard of this thing. Wow. Galentine's Day. They're taking themselves out, and now you're telling me they're getting married to themselves.
Oh my God! So hold on, Sanchez, hold up, man. I never heard of Galentine's Day. What the hell is that? Like, now I'm learning some shit from you. Is that the same as marrying yourself, only they do it on Valentine's Day?
Yeah, so what it is, like dude. I said, I'm like you. I heard about it 2 weeks ago when it was Valentine's Day. I was watching TV, and there was interviews, some ladies going out for Galentine's Day. So it's a bunch of, they take themselves out for Valentine's Day.
Bunch of single girls.
I guess
that's all it
is going to.
Unbelievable, man. Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
Yeah, man. I'm like, so now they trying to it's like they're trying to reshape the whole situation because they see, like you said, I had the same thought the other day. They're losing. They're completely losing, man. And I see it in my relationship because right now my relationship, my girlfriend, she's chasing her career. And man, when I tell you she's tired, she's in school, she has no energy, or low energy. And I look at her and I said, man, you're doing all this just for money. You're about to sacrifice your beauty just so you could say you made some money and have some type of power, because that's what they think men's power is in the money. So
that's right.
She's chasing the power.
Unbelievable, man. Wow. Galentine's Day. Dude, I ain't never heard of that before, man. Thanks for the call, Sanchez in New York. Galentine's Day. Damn. See, that's the thing, man. I don't really watch. I'm just not with the mainstream stuff, man. I work so hard and I put in so many hours. I just don't hear about this stuff. I'm going to open my door. It's getting a little hot in here. Wait. Word to the wise, if you guys ever want a podcast, if you guys ever want to do a podcast like this, make sure that your studio is well ventilated, because I have a lot of expensive equipment in here and it gets hot. Woo! Man, it gets hot. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Area code 310. Area code 310, you're on live with Donovan. What's your name and location?
What's up, Donovan? It's Jay in LA again. How you doing?
Jay in LA. What's up, brother? How you doing?
Doing well. I just was listening to the Build Vet the Woman, that course that you put out.
Yeah, how to build a quality woman from the ground up. Yep.
Try to. That's it. Just trying to ingest the information, so I listen to it over and over.
Good.
One of the questions I have is that I'm constantly having to kind of keep my girl out of putting her in situations where I'm going to have to be reactive when it comes to not being jealous, and
right?
Not, trying to show to other men that she's mine, and not coming from a place like that. And everything's going well, but now I'm at the step where I have to put a ring on her finger, but I'm not about getting married, and I told her that. She knows it.
Why do you have to put a ring on her finger?
Says, yeah, okay. Just to kind of it's not guaranteed, but it kind of just says to other men, especially at her work, at least they'll think twice to put her in a category where they feel free to hit on her.
Jay, hold on, Jay, let me stop you right there. What you need to understand is that there is nothing you can do to change the behavior of other people, least of all men, right? There are a lot of men out here who think that by putting a ring on her finger, that means that Kevin in sales is going to say, oh, she has a ring on her finger, even though she's got great tits and a nice ass. I'm going to stay away because I respect the sanctity of marriage. No, that's not what happens.
No.
Right? That's not that's not at all what happens. But if you're looking to mark your territory in some kind of way, understand that when you do this, you're not doing this to keep other men away. You can't control what other men do. If your girl cheats on you, that's not the man's fault. That's her fault. So instead, what you do, instead of putting a ring on her finger, you get a chain with the letter of your first name on it. Your name is Jay. Does your girl's first name start with the letter J?
No.
Perfect. Buy her a necklace.
No,
hang on, Jay. Let me finish. Buy her a necklace on Amazon and say, here, wear this to work. That way, and this is actually voluntary on her side. You can't mark a woman as your territory if she does not want to be marked as your territory. So this is almost like a shit test, to be quite honest with you. Because women wear rings on their finger all the time. Married or not, women wear rings on their ring finger. Very few women actually wear their man's name on their chain. It seems 7th grade and high schooler, but trust and believe, when a woman belongs to a man that she really wants to belong to, she'll wear that necklace with pride. When Devin goes to work, guess what? She doesn't even have the first letter of my name. It says Donovan. That's what it says. So instead of giving her a ring, don't mark your territory with a ring. You need to mark her with your name. Go ahead.
Now, I follow your example, not to the T, but I use it as a baseline to go where I want my relationship to go. So I did do the necklace thing. I did my whole name, And I have a very odd. I go. My nickname is Jay, but my real name is Hardy Ellis. It's really weird spelled with a J.
Okay.
But she wears that.
Perfect.
And it's not this big gaudy one because she said I don't want to wear a big gaudy one. I just want to wear one that's classy. So we went with that. It's because it's such a long name. It's a smaller chain, and she wears it every day. She even shows it off on some of her tops.
Okay. Well, I don't see the problem. I think you're good.
So far so good, but I just wanted to take it to the next level and buy a ring because
no, Jay, let me stop you. Taking it to the next level is not a ring. Something's happening here that you're not telling me about. Is she putting pressure on you to put a ring on her finger? That's a yes. Okay.
I'm not gonna bullshit you.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly, hold on. Jay, Jay, let me finish here. She's pressuring you to put a ring on her finger. That's not disrespect, Jay. Hold on. That's a shit test. That's a shit test. Not only is it a shit test, it is a comfort test. Now, do you know what the difference between shit testing and comfort testing is?
A comfort test?
Yes. A shit test tests your manhood.
No.
Hold on. A shit test tests your manhood. Is he the man he is making himself out to be? That's a shit test, right? A comfort test is when a woman sort of puts her toe in the water. How committed is he to me, right? So an example of a comfort test would be, hey, Jay, honey, hey, listen, I've been thinking we should take an Alaskan cruise next year, right? She's making plans for way off in the future. That is a comfort test, right? So if your woman is pressuring you to put a ring on her finger, this is a shit test and a comfort test. She's looking for more of a guarantee, Jay. She wants to be more comfortable. And as we all know, the more comfortable women get, do women treat men better that they're more comfortable with or less comfortable with? When a woman is more comfortable in a relationship, she tends to act what? Worse. Don't put a ring on her finger. Yeah. Do not do it.
Okay, but I was just trying to mitigate, trying to keep other men at bay.
No, Jay, you cannot keep other men at bay. Put that out of your mind, man. Put that out of your mind, dude. Okay? You cannot control other men. There is no way to keep other men at bay. You can't do it. If a man wants to hit on your girl, he's going to hit on your girl. What she does is entirely up to her. Now, if you've trained her properly, if your value's high enough, and if she sees if the risks outweigh the benefits, she's not going to do anything about it, right? Dude, men come on to Devin all the time. Dude, you've seen her body. Look at her. She gets hit on all the time. Yeah. There's nothing I can do about that. All I can do is keep my value high. She wears my name and all this and the other. I can't control what other people do, nor do I want to. You can only control what you do. Okay. That's all you can do. So you cannot keep other men. You keep other men at bay by keeping. Hold on. You keep other men at bay by keeping your value high and keeping her in line. That's how that's done. I'll give you the last word.
No, yeah, I think you're making perfect sense. I was just trying to take it a step further, but when I did bring up the ring, I said, let's just go get nothing bridal, but just a ring or something within reason. And we're not talking thousands of dollars.
No, listen, Jay, it doesn't matter, man. A ring is symbolic. Doesn't matter if you spend $10,000 or $10. Right. A ring gives her more assurance, Jay. You don't have to tell your woman explicitly, listen, I could leave at any time. A woman should already know that. But if you put a ring on her finger, you're giving her more. Let me ask you something. Does she suck your dick any more now than she used to?
No,
just yes or no. Just yes or no questions. Just yes or no questions. Is she giving you 6 blowjobs a day?
6?
Yes.
No, not 6. No.
Does she cook you 3-course meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
No.
Yes or no? Okay, good. Very, very good. Does she wear nothing but hoops and heels when you have sex with her, just like they do in porn movies? Does she do this? Yes or no?
When I tell her to, yes.
Does she do it? When's the last time she did that?
Last Saturday night.
Okay. This is standard operating procedure, Jay. You understand what I'm saying? Don't reward her for shit she should be doing already. She's supposed to be blowing you 6 times a day. She's supposed to wear hoops, heels, and a smile for sex. She's supposed to be doing this stuff. All of this stuff gets her in the door. If she really wants your commitment, Jay, She's not going to tell you. She's going to show you. What you're doing is you're attempting to reward her with more commitment just because she's there. Don't do it. And you said you're the one who. Are you the one who brought the ring up?
What's that?
Are you the one who brought the ring up, or did she?
I did at first because I wanted to, like I said before, I wanted to mitigate even more, trying to mark my territory because I got the necklace first, but that wasn't working as well as I thought it would. So I said, let me take it a step further. And when I brought up the ring, she's like, "Oh shit, hell yeah!"
Well,
yeah,
of course she. Well, of course she says.
Listen.
Of course she says, "Oh shit, hell yeah!" It's a fucking ring. She's gonna show off all of her friends. Oh, look at this! Jay got me a ring. I'm in there. Jay's not going anywhere. I'm gonna leave you with this, Jay. I'm gonna leave you with this. I like you a lot. You call my show a lot, my friend. You are suffering right now. You are suffering from a scarcity mindset. It sounds to me like you think you're acting like this girl is the only girl and the best girl you're ever gonna have, right? Like that's what you're acting like. Well, hold on, Jay. No. Let me finish. You're telling me, you're asking me, Donovan, how can I keep guys at bay? I tried the necklace. That's not working as well as it should. Should I do the ring? You're panicking. Dude. Don't panic. She's just a woman. She is not one in a million, Jay. She is one of a million. Right now, you are suffering from scarcity. You are so scared that she might leave or that some dude might actually hit on her that you're thinking of putting her in a glass case, putting her in a cage. You can't do that. You cannot control women. You cannot control the men who hit on your women. All you can control is yourself. That's it. That's all I got. Okay. All right, so Jay from 310. Yeah, listen, I like Jay, but it sounds like he's getting a little bit desperate there. Sounds like he's suffering from a little bit of scarcity. Ken T with the $3 with the 2.29 euros says, "Love your content." Shout out from Vienna, Austria. Appreciate that. Shout out to Danny Arnold, who is a new member. He is a new chat member. The Kyle Man 999 with the $20 super chat says, "Just heard of Galentine's Day as well. Unreal how entitled. You can't read today. How entitled these children are. Valentine's Day is already about showering these females with gifts. It is a clear indication any female celebrating this is damaged goods." Exactly. If a woman celebrates Galentine's Day, I guess, any woman who marries herself, damaged will be on repair. Big Brandon with the $5 super chat says, "Yes, Donovan, you need Jesus. He's an amazing lawn guy I used for years. He's the best. He's a beast in the hedges. Go to Jesus Saves My Lawn." Oh, I love that. That's fucking great. Yeah, Jesus is also one of my best friends. His name is Jesus. Big dude. This guy was my homeboy. Biggest fucking Mexican you've ever seen, dude. That dude was like 6'7", 400 pounds. His hands were like the size of a baseball glove. Oh my God. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Area code 562. You're on Live with Donovan. What's your name and location?
Hey, Donovan. It's Tim from California. How's it going?
Tim and Cali, how you doing, brother?
Pretty good. So one thing I wanted to mention is I hear a lot of your callers calling in saying the same sort of things. You know, they're with this chick that's 28 that's doing this. They're with this chick that's 33, 40, what have you, doing all sorts of shit. And, like, one thing I've noticed in all the dating that I've done is there's 3 golden rules that you never, ever break. Never date woke women. Never date, like, feminists or narcissists or things of that nature. Mm-hmm. Don't date women over 25. Mm-hmm. And never date women specifically that can't pair bond. And I believe the way you put it, in the simplest measures, is that thousand cock stare.
That's right.
But I think guys aren't very good at isolating what that is.
Right.
The thing is, when a girl can't pair bond, it's obvious. You know what to look for.
Okay.
The thing is, she's not affectionate. She's distant. She's not romantic. Mm-hmm. She's not attached. Mm-hmm. Women that are in those first couple relationships, that it's usually beneath 10 guys.
Yes.
Anything beneath 10 guys, they can still kind of pair bond. After that point, they can't attach. They can't bond themselves to someone. Right. No matter how much you love this girl, no matter how much you get into her, she will never be yours because she can't latch on. It's gone. It's either broken beyond repair. Irrevocably so. You can't fix them.
Right.
You have to look for the signs that say this girl is broken. Is she affectionate? Is she attached? Does she cook and clean? Does she cuddle you at night. Does she do?
Right.
It sounds
Right.
sappy and romantic.
Man,
But
dude,
with
hold on,
women,
Tim.
When they bond, they do those things.
Right. Listen, Tim, you're 1,000% right. I have never thought about talking about this, but you're 100% right. Guys, listen to what Tim in California is saying. If a woman is not physically affectionate with you, if she doesn't kiss you, if she doesn't try to hold your hand, if she doesn't try to cuddle you at night, if the only time she makes physical contact with you is during sexual acts, she can't pair bond. The lack of ability to pair bond is so obvious because just like you said, they're physically distant. The only time they touch you is to fuck you or to suck your dick or whatever the case may be. A woman who is affectionate, who tries to make contact with you outside of sexual, that is a woman who cannot pair bond. Very good, Tim. I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, and I'll say, have your fun outside of that. You can date girls that are 22 that have been ran through. You can date girls that are 40 that have been run through.
Sure.
Just keep in mind, when you see these girls, they are not relationship material.
That's right.
Catch those warning signs early and purposely distance yourself. Don't let yourself catch anything. If you start to, cut it off. Do not get attached to girls that can't pair bond. That is the biggest key in finding something real.
Very nice, man. Tim in California with the call of the day. Now, when he says don't date women under 25, that's not what he means is don't commit to women under 25. That is what Tim in California says, right? When he says date, he means commit. You can listen. If you find a 44-year-old fucking former Vegas stripper with long brown hair and a great set of tits, thanks to an LA doctor, I may or may not be talking about myself. By all means, let the good times roll. Do not commit to these women. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Let us go to area code 631. Area code 631, you're on Live with Donovan. What's your name and location?
Hi, Donovan. It's the Shadow here. Good to talk to you again. I've been listening in, and great words by you and all the men calling in.
Thank you.
I want to preface this conversation by saying I'm a blessed motherfucker, man, and it's hard to be humble. Okay? I'm not calling in to be humble. And back in the day, I used the game and married my wife. I'm here with the twins right now. They're going nuts.
Oh yeah, it sounds like you're having fun over there.
Okay. These days, I'm delving into dread theory, and I got a great relationship. I want to make it greater. I want to supercharge things and make history. Some of these men out here, they don't want it bad enough, man.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
They have these ideals, these lofty ideals, and then they don't want to make sacrifices for the ideals.
Nope.
They won't do that. And it's disconcerting, and there's been a recent trend, and I want to get your take on something, and then I'm going to keep listening in.
Okay.
I've seen a recent trend in my contemporaries where these guys say, "Hi, Uncle Donovan. Say hi, Uncle Donovan." Some of my contemporaries, and these are guys that are lifelong buddies, who now that I'm waking up to the blue pill, now that I'm arriving at red pill, these are hopeless blue pill cases. There's no reason to even mention it to them. And I'm seeing some disconcerting behaviors regarding, the various extracurriculars you see in the midlife crisis.
Yep.
Please take the floor.
Yeah, listen, you're
disconcerting to see.
Let me ask you something, Shadow, because I think this will sort of give me your take. What kind of sacrifices? And again, I talk about this stuff all the time, but talk to my audience about the kind of sacrifices that you have made to be where you are with your relationship and family now. Because just like you said, men don't want it bad enough. They have this idealistic thought about what they want a hot wife who stays thin all the time, and then they want, 3 kids, 3 boys who look like them. You have achieved just that, right? I don't know what the genders of your kids are, but I'm just using sort of a boilerplate template. But what kind of sacrifice does it take to be where you are right now?
Donovan, on March 1st, 2004 was when I went from subjugate employee to sole proprietor.
Okay.
3 years later, I marry a woman who is corporate. 4 years later, I'm married, blue pill style, on a millionaire on paper. A year after that, read the book, The Game, and start to delve into
Neil Strauss,
these theorems. Mm-hmm. Was able to I was able to learn calibration, and it was a rediscovering. And there was my life before that and my life after that.
Right.
So I go down a surf safari to Brazil, and my eyes pop out of my head, and I divorced, walked away from it.
Wow.
I signed over. I can say this: I didn't hire a lawyer. Okay.
Okay.
Signed over the house.
Okay.
I'll spare you the amount. That's immaterial.
Okay.
And I was like, look, you can take whatever you. I don't believe in prenups, man. Okay, I'm about charging. And she took mercy on me. There's it was a quintessential marriage retraining was, but nonetheless, I had to walk away. It was that's what it arrived at, and at that point, I'll spare you the whole thing. I meet my wife. When my wife walked in, my first thing was get her pregnant.
Wow.
Okay?
Damn.
39, 40, turning 40 at that point. And but use group theory, got in there about hey, instant date, and we've been together ever since. And when I came back to the States with her after having eloped, within the secondary and tertiary aspects of my social circle, my name was I was persona non grata.
Of course, right.
And that's where and my real friends loved it. My real friends they were and like I said, it's hard to be humble. There's certain quarters of my life where I'm seen as a hero, and that's the word for serving. You must be of service.
Right.
And I think where you and I have a common want to help men. It's obligatory to us to help these men, and the concept of preparation. But what I was getting at was, right here, right now. It's fundamental theory, but when women see other women desiring you, that's they don't choose to feel that response they feel.
Right.
And these are
no
nonverbal communications. These are nonverbal communications. But what I want to leave you with, and I'll get back around to you, Don, but listen to the show. I'm like I said, I'm here to learn, man. I'm starting to learn, and you can never learn enough.
Good.
But I want to plug the work of Dr. John Sarno.
Okay.
This is your. I don't normally push literature on people. I like to plug some literature. This is the work of Dr. John Sarno.
Okay.
And book The Divided Mind by Dr. John Sarno. It relates to what we're talking about.
Okay.
I'll spare everybody the lecture, but it relates to what we're talking about, and you got to get ready to get real with this. And I'm going to leave you there, Don. I appreciate what you're doing, buddy. And free speech is alive and well, my friend. Okay.
Thank you very much. Excellent.
Okay, I'll loop back, man, and I'll be trolling you, man. All right, buddy.
All right, thanks. The Shadow, recommending The Divided Mind by Dr. John Sarno. You guys can certainly look that up. Dr. John Sarno, might be checking that out for myself. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Area code 214. Area code 214. You're on Live with Donovan. What's your name and location?
Hey, Donovan. I was calling from Idaho.
Idaho.
I have a quick story for you.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a quick story for you. So there's this woman. She came to me asking. She owns a publishing company. She came to me asking for me to write a book for her. This woman, I thought we were friends because we had a mutual associate. So, naively, I did it for free because I thought we were friends, and I thought, she would. And she's like middle age, so I thought at the time that women who were older were more responsible.
Hang on, let me ask you a question.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, let me ask you a question. I'm going to call you John in Idaho. So you wrote this book for free for this older woman. Was this older woman attractive, yes or no?
No, I wasn't attracted to her at all.
You were not attracted to her at all?
I thought... No, not at all. I did it because I thought we were... because, first of all, she owns a book publishing company, so she's rich, right? And she came to me talking about how, how she wanted to work with me and stuff like that. She came to me about how she wanted to work with me.
All right.
And I thought it would be an opportunity.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, publish your book and get your name. Yeah. Okay, all right, I got you. All right, that makes sense. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, so I did it because I thought we were friends. I actually did. I thought we were friends. I thought, we were cool. So I spent entire year writing this book. Really because I never had an opportunity like this before. So I really sacrificed a lot for this lady to write this book. And I put all my heart into it. I put all my passion into it. And, you know, at the end of the day, even if she didn't like it, that would be fine, you know, because when I was writing the book, I was just writing it. I was just pouring everything out. I wasn't asking for permission. I was writing it the way I wanted to write it, so that when I sent it to her, she could dissect it and you know, mold it however.
So what ended up happening? What ended
right?
up happening? Did she publish the book?
Well, no. This is the thing. I spent a year writing it. I sent it to her, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I was writing it, I kept contacting her, right, telling her, you know, how everything was going, and she kept goading me to keep going, you know, believe in yourself, keep going, all that stuff, right? I finished writing it. I sent it to her. She just ignored me. Didn't say a word. And mind you, we were Facebook friends, right? We only communicated through Facebook. We never had each other's numbers. And
so wait a minute, hold on. Wait, hold on. Just real quick. So I want to just make sure that I'm getting all of my facts straight here. So you wrote a book for a woman who you've never met in person, you've never talked to on the phone. You only knew her.
No, I've met her in person quite a few times.
Okay.
I just didn't have her phone number.
So how did you meet in person if you didn't have her phone number?
At certain events, and you know, we have mutual friends and stuff like that.
John in Idaho, listen, John,
friends,
listen. I can't help you if you don't give me the complete information. There are holes in your story. Like, I understand that, hey, listen, there was an opportunity. This woman is rich. She owns a publishing company. I can get my name out there if she publishes this book for me. But you seem almost hurt by the situation, right? There's a little bit of heartbreak in here. So I'll ask you again, was this woman attractive? Yes or no?
No. And plus, look, I'm trying to fast forward the story because I don't want to take up your time.
Okay.
So I'm trying to
please do. Please do.
I'm not. So no, absolutely not. I was not attracted to her. I only did it, and at the time I wasn't red pill aware. That's very important. I was a really nice guy, so I did it for free because I thought, you know, we were friends. I generally thought, and plus she's an older woman, right? If she was younger, I wouldn't have done it for free.
Sure.
She was older, so I thought at the time that she was wise. You know, she was responsible. I didn't think she acted like all these other young girls who you can't really trust their word.
Yeah.
Because she was old, I thought she was responsible.
Yeah.
So I was wrong.
All right.
You know?
Listen. Hold on. I think I can diagnose your situation here. I'm going to go ahead and let John in Idaho go. John, if you're still listening, women are never your friends. Women are not your friends. Women never do anything for men because they're friends. There is always an angle. Okay? Men for women are a means to an end. Okay? And John in Idaho, whatever your name is, dude, that's your fault, my man. That's your fault, dude. Like, listen, you allowed this woman to swindle you out of a book, man. Like, you allowed that. Dude, I can't blame that on women. I can't blame that on men, man. I blame that on you. I blame that on you, dude. There's something that John isn't telling us. I don't know, man. That was a weird situation. I would never spend a year writing a book for someone I wasn't 100% certain would publish it for me. Was there a contract in place? Like, that was a little out there, man. That was a little out there. All right, area code 347. You're on live at Donovan. Area code 347. You're on live at Donovan. What's your name and location?
Hey, Donovan. It's Algo from New York. What's up, man?
Algo in New York. How you been?
I'm good. About the whole women marrying themselves thing.
Yeah, man. So
I've been. Remember I told you I picked up the audiobook for The Rational Male. I already went through it like 4 times already, dog.
Good.
I'm eating that shit up. The whole thing that they're doing, from what I get from the book, that is 100% an ego protection effort in the face of certain defeat.
Yeah,
they
man.
have lost.
Yes.
And this is their form of acknowledgement, and their ego is fighting it.
Boom.
If you look at it, when they all did it was immediately after a breakup.
Yep. That's right. That's right.
They see defeat. They're staring it in the face.
Yes. Yes, real talk. Listen, that's something I didn't pick up on that you did. Yes, guys. If you'll notice, and that was true in the 2 stories that I read, if you'll notice that most of these women marry themselves after a breakup, which means that their ego has been badly damaged. They are facing rejection. Oh yeah, you reject me, I'm going to marry myself so I can have self-love. Very, very good observation, Algo. I'll give you the last word.
I'm just saying, keep doing what you're doing. And how do I get in on those monthly calls, man? I got a lot of stories to share. I'm putting all the dots together, man.
Oh, well, it's on Patreon. It's on my $55 per month tier. If you're a $55 patron, you can be involved in the weekly webinars. And I do it every Sunday afternoon at 3:00 p.m. We all sit around, we exchange stories, we shoot the shit. I educate you guys on certain things. I can get a little bit more specific when it's sort of like a conference call. I can give you much better information. So go to patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe for that. Ashish Kaushik with the $5.50 super chat, or 400 Indian rupees, says, "Dearest sir, I see some men marrying or getting into relationships with trans women. Are these men gay, or do they have low self-esteem that they cannot approach women? How do these, quote, men find trans women attractive?" I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not homosexual, and I've never been in a relationship with a trans woman. Unfortunately, Ashish, I don't have experience with that, so I really can't answer that question. Interesting question, though. Interesting question. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Area code 614. Area code 614. You're on Live with Donovan. What's your name and location?
Hey, Donovan, it's Brandon here in Columbus. I would like to just say thank you for doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
Everybody really appreciate it. But that guy who had the girlfriend who he was super protective over,
yeah,
man, he's gonna kill somebody.
Jay in
He's
LA.
gonna kill somebody.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, and I like Jay in LA. I really do. But dude, he's got one-itis, man. He's got one-itis. Like, this dude is actively trying. This dude is trying to keep guys away from his girl. You can't do that. You can't do that.
Then also, one thing that I did pick up on, she was convincing him to marry her. That's a red flag right there. That's like me begging a woman to suck my penis, but then when she finally does it, it's just trash. Like, no, I want a woman to suck my peen when she wants to do it, not because she has to. So why would a woman want to make a man marry her? To me, that just screams like a low-value female. What do you think?
You know, it's interesting. You make a very interesting comparison, but I'll disagree with you on the dick sucking thing, right? Because if girls only sucked... Okay. No. And I understand where you're coming from, but let me explain this to you, and I think you'll see it a little bit differently. Women, if women only sucked dick when they felt like it, nobody would get their dick sucked. Very few women actually like sucking dick. Right? They act like they like it. They make us, oh, I love sucking your dick. Dude, women don't like sucking dick. Dude, sucking dick sucks. It's a dick, right? There's pre-cum, and if you bust the nut, you gotta swallow. No, women don't really like sucking dick any more than women like getting butt fucked. But guess what? They do it because they want to please us. Listen, does Devin like sucking dick? I don't know. I don't think so. I probably doubt it because sucking dick sucks. But she does it because she loves me and she wants me to stay around. Does Devin like it when I give her surprise anal sex? No, sir. But guess what? She does it because she knows I like it and she wants to keep me. So I don't care whether or not a woman wants to suck my dick or not. It doesn't, and I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm a little... How old are you, Brandon, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I'm 27.
Yeah, see, you're 27. So,
but,
go ahead.
No, I just genuinely prefer when a woman actually wants to suck.
No, I'm with you. Listen, dude. Listen.
But here's my thing.
Hold on, real quick before you go. Hold on, real quick. Before I let you carry on. When I was 27, I was the same way. Like, I liked it when women wanted to suck my dick, right? But I got so much of it in Vegas. I had so many women who were trying to fuck me. It just really wasn't a requirement for me anymore. Like, I don't care if a woman is I don't know. Maybe it's just weird. I don't know. But I don't care if a woman is sexually attracted to me or not. Is Devin sexually attracted to me? I would like to think so. Maybe she is, maybe she isn't, right? But it doesn't matter whether or not she's sexually attracted to me. She's going to give me that ass or she knows she's out the door. That's the way I see it. But go ahead.
Man, look, Donovan, you're a red pill to the core. I'm not yet.
Okay,
but,
all right, fair enough.
But through your red pill goggles, what does that say to you when a woman is constantly begging the man for marriage? In his situation.
Yeah. I
Through
don't.
Your red pill goggles. That's
No. Listen. I'm with you. I don't remember him saying that she was begging him for marriage. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think he brought up the idea of a ring. But let's just say, for the sake of argument, that there is a woman begging a man to marry her. When a woman begs a man to marry her, she knows that her number is almost up. She knows that this is her last chance to cash out before her looks start to fade. That's the only time women push for marriage, is when they realize their time is running out. I've never met a 21 or a 22 or a 24-year-old begging their boyfriend to propose. But 30, 31, 36-year-old women, oh yeah. They're trying to drag men down the aisle because they've run out of time. They're trying to hold on to as much of their physical attractiveness as possible, because they think, all I got to do is marry this guy, and I don't have to stay in shape. I don't have to suck dick. I can just slack off. This is why women want to get married so badly, so they can give themselves permission to slack off, right? So women who pressure men to marry them do so they don't have to try anymore, number one. Number two, they know they're close to the end of the line. They know that their attractiveness is going downhill. So they want to cash out while they're still attractive, just attractive enough. Now I can let myself go. That's my red pill answer, Brandon in Columbus. Thanks for the call, Brandon in Columbus, BNC. Appreciate that. Wow. What a call there. All right. Area code 515. You're on live at Donovan. What's your name and location?
Hey, Iowa. Joey.
Joey in Iowa. How you doing, Joey?
Hello. They're pretty good. I actually had 2 points because I was going to talk at the beginning of your show, but the college has been great.
Good.
You know how you asked the sacrifice to keep like a red pill couple going? And in my case, the sacrifice that I had to do with my wife is being a dick.
Yeah.
When I love her.
Yes. Oh my
wonderful.
God. Oh my God.
She doesn't step out of the pocket much. And when she does, it's something so tiny that inside of me, I go like, I should just let it go.
Dude.
But I need to remember that if I let it pass, it will be bigger.
Joey, listen, you are speaking, dude. Oh my God, Joey, we must be kindred spirits, dude. This is exactly what I think about this all the time. Dude, Devin and I had a situation. I don't even know when it was. It was something minor that she did, right? And it wasn't really that big of a deal, but it was something that if I let her get away with it, even this one time, it had the potential to get worse. So I absolutely fucking exploded on her, right? I'm yelling at her. I'm just going absolutely ballistically crazy, right? I hated doing it because, dude, I care very much for Devin. Like, I love this woman. It is very, very difficult. That's one of the that is a sacrifice you have to make, is having to be a dick to your woman when you care deeply about her. It sucks, but guys, it's necessary, because if you're not, she will get out of pocket. Dude, Joey, 1,000% true. That is the steepest price that a man has to pay if he wants to keep his woman in line, is punishing bad behavior. Even if you don't think you should punish bad behavior, better safe than sorry. I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, just to the small point before, about black women, I always hear you say that they are not feminine enough.
Mm-hmm.
I dated quite a few black women. I think what happens is they hyper hit the wall. They get really developed by 14 or 16.
Yeah,
they're already like this woman body.
Yeah,
but then by 20, 22, they already have a baby and all of that.
Yeah.
So think about a white girl being on their 30s, except that they are by 22 or by 20.
Wow.
So when they are 16, 18, they have all the guys going for them, because a white woman or another from a different race doesn't develop as fast as they have.
That's true.
They are feminine, but only for like 4 years.
Wow. Call of the day by Joey. Holy shit, I never thought about that. I never thought about that. You're right. Listen, dude, black females develop. Dude, I remember when my sisters were 13, 14 years old, they just about had women's bodies. Yes, they did. And they were out there fucking like 20 and 25-year-olds. You better fucking believe it. Wow. Good call there by Joey in Iowa. Holy shit. Joey in Iowa coming with the knowledge. Let's go to area. Ooh, wait a minute. Let's go to area code 612. Area code 612. You're on live at Donovan. What's your name and location?
Hey, my name is Luke. I'm over in Minneapolis.
Luke in Minneapolis. What's up, brother?
Hey, so my wife, like, she had our baby almost 4 years ago.
Okay.
And since then, it's just been like dry spell, the Sahara Desert. And over the last 2 years, I've been doing great at work, more and more successful at work, hitting the gym, getting miles in on the road. You know what I'm saying? Just working on myself better and better and seeing like maybe she'll come around, but it just hasn't happened.
Okay.
I'm wondering other things I could do.
Say what now? What was the last thing you said?
I'm wondering, like, what else could I do to, try and get that spark back in the bedroom.
Yeah, how can I get my wife to want to fuck me again, right?
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you a question. When's the last time you yelled at your wife?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I yell at my wife often.
Do you? What do you yell at her about?
Yeah. About mainly when I feel disrespected by her. Like if she decides to raise her voice towards me, or if she sighs about you know how like women sigh really audibly? At least my wife does. Like when she's not happy with something, and I'm like, what is, like shit like that. So those are the times when I get loud with her.
Okay.
Or admonish her, if you will.
Right. It sounds to me, this is part of the problem. It sounds to me like you yell at her too much. And you and I, listen, don't get me wrong, man. I'm not the person to be chastising anyone about flying off the handle. I have a very short temper. I have a quick trigger temper. You guys have seen it. I go from 0 to fuck you very, very quickly. What you have to understand is that your woman, every once in a while, your woman is going to throw these jabs at you, right? And if you pop off every time she does something little like that, what this tells her is that she can control you emotionally, right? Well, hell, all I have to do to piss him off is to sigh. She'll be sighing all day. You'll be popping off 8 times a day. If a woman can control you emotionally, that is unattractive. So what you're going to have to, and listen, I understand that you see the sighing as a sign of disrespect. Sometimes you have to know when to hold him and know when to fold him. In the words of, I think that's Kenny Rogers. Sometimes you just have to let just little stupid, minute stuff go, right? Don't yell at her.
Pick your battle.
I don't want to say that, but you have to understand that you can't pop off at every little thing. Now, on the other hand, if she's doing this a whole lot, if she's sighing a whole lot, the reason why she's disrespecting you is maybe she doesn't respect you. So you said you're going to the gym, you're doing well at work, et cetera, et cetera. What do you do to, like, what kind of behaviors does your wife engage in that you don't like?
Maybe laziness would be the biggest one.
Oh, okay. Please expound on that.
Well, I mean, like she's just gotten, like she got heavier after the kid and everything, got heavier, and then complains about getting heavier and how she feels, unsexy, but then doesn't do anything about it, and then also uses like little medical excuses. Oh, I have arthritis, so I don't want to. Yeah. I don't want to run, or no, the gym's not my thing. I'd rather ride my bike, and then I fix her bike, and then never gets out on the bike. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, I know what you're saying. Here's what you need to do, Luke in Minneapolis. It's time to withdraw your attention, man. Withdraw your attention. Withdraw your sexual attention. Withdraw your undivided attention. Okay. What you need to do is you need to start spending time. You need to start spending more time away from home. Isolate yourself from her. Don't go to bed at the same time as she does, right? And listen, let's keep it real here, Luke. How often you're not going to the gym 3 times a week, are you?
Oh, dude, no, I work out 6 days a week. And
hold on, hang on. How tall are you? How much do you weigh?
I'm 5'5", and I'm 175.
Yeah, that's too heavy, dude. 5'5" and 175, so you're a little bit overweight. Luke?
No, yeah, I'm trying to.
Oh,
I'm
Luke,
working real hard to lose that weight.
Well, listen, Luke, there you go, man. That's part of the reason your wife doesn't want to fuck you, because you're not fuckable. Like, you can tell me you're going to the gym all you want to. For all I know, you might just walk into the gym and walk out. But at 5'5", 170, dude, I wouldn't want to sleep with you if I were a woman, right? So if you want your woman to have sex with you, you have to make sure that you are suitable to have sex with. And a funny thing will happen when you start to get yourself into shape. You know what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen, Luke? She's going to get into shape, right? And the reason she gets into shape is because she sees you're getting into shape. She says, wait a minute, he's getting into shape. He's going to start getting attention from other women. Maybe this arthritis isn't as bad as I thought. So get your ass into shape. You say you're going to the gym 6 times a week. That's a lie. You really need to go 6 times a week. Get your ass into shape. Say what?
Oh, I was laughing.
Well, yeah, again, listen, you're 5'5", 170. You're not in the gym. You're not in the gym as often as you should be. Get yourself into shape and your wife will want to fuck you again. All right. Area code 480. You're on live with Donovan. What's your name and location?
Donnie boy, Mike from Phoenix.
Mike in Phoenix, how you doing, man?
Hey, good. Hey, I didn't realize that you were a mattress salesman with all those club girls over in Vegas back in the day, huh?
No, I didn't sell mattresses in Vegas. I had mattress sales experience. I worked for a mattress firm in Florida. I actually worked for a mattress firm when I was in St. Petersburg, Florida. Then I worked for an independent mattress warehouse in when I was living in North Carolina. And then, of course, I ended up opening up a chain. But I never sold mattresses in Vegas, no.
Yeah, mattress salesman with the party girls. The sarcasm doesn't transfer across the phone very well, Donnie.
What's up, Mike? How you doing?
Good. I got a question that one of the Joey from Iowa kind of lined it out with the black girl community, that basically the curves come on and get onset pretty early on, and so the attention they're swimming in is just killing them.
Yep.
And my other question was regarding where did that mentality all start from? Because when I look back in history in the 50s and stuff, in the 40s, I don't see too much of that attitude going on in that community.
So and what attitude are you talking about? Where did black men and black women sort of divide themselves? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, where did that entitled mentality come in for the Dark Sisters, where they're thinking they're hot shit and that, all that?
Yeah, feminism, Mike. And this was one thing that black women do not understand. Feminism is not for black women, okay? It is, listen, feminism has destroyed women. I think we all understand that, of all races. Feminism has never been good for women, but there are other races of women who have sort of quasi-benefited from feminism. Black women have been severely damaged by feminism. Black women are already the least desired females on the planet. Then you give them an entitlement complex, and then you got guys like Tyler Perry, what's his name, Steve Harvey, Oprah Winfrey, Iyanla Vanzant. The black culture tells black women that they are the queens of the universe, right? That's where that entitlement comes from. It starts with feminism, hashtag I don't need a man. That's when it started. And of course, it's finished off by today's culture. That's when it started, man.
Right, but if they have the quintessential fertility goddess body, supposedly, why would it, aside from a really bad attitude, why would they be non-desired before the days of feminism?
But that's just it, Mike. Wait a minute. But that's just it, Mike. The attitudes are the reason why. And no, black women used to be desirable before feminism. They absolutely were. Because they were obviously in much better shape because they didn't have as many options then. They didn't sleep around. Black women back in the day, Mike, were feminine. That's the difference. Feminism literally strips the femininity from everyone, or from women. That's what happened. Back in the day, black women were ride or die for their men, dude. They were slim. They embraced their families. They stood by their men. They didn't call them names. They didn't emasculate them. Fast forward 60 plus years, now they're overweight. They have bitchy temperaments and attitudes, and they think they deserve the ideal black man. That's the reason why. So yes, pre-feminism, they were desirable, but now, not a chance.
Got it.
Thanks for the call, Mike in Phoenix. Let's go to area code 305. Area code 305, you're on live with Donovan. What is your name and location?
Yo, this is Cali West from North Miami Beach.
Cali West, what's going on, man?
Oh, nothing much, man. Hey, so we're talking about, women want to get married and stuff over the 40 and how some of these women have these unreal expectations and they're marrying themselves, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, it's not really so much marriage, but just about how they just go about things. So anyway, last week or whenever Valentine's Day was, I went out with a 28-year-old buzzer beater. Long story short is, I sent her home early after, we got it on for Valentine's Day.
Good.
And I had a 40-year-old girl I was seeing come over, after midnight.
Okay.
Long story short is, the girl come over here, but if I can give you a quick backdrop, the 40-year-old chick, I met her at a bar, probably literally maybe about a week or two before even Valentine's Day. Long story short is, a couple of times we were supposed to hang out. She kind of flaked or whatever.
Okay.
But anyway, long story short is Valentine's Day comes, and we're about to fuck or whatever, right? She's in my bed. I'm literally 1 inch from putting my dick in her. And then she asked me, why I didn't get her anything for Valentine's Day.
Oh my God. Jesus fucking Christ. You know what? Listen, check this out. You want to know what I would have done in that situation? So I'm about to stick my dick in her. Why didn't you give me anything for Valentine's Day? I did. Well, what'd you get me? That's it. You're giving her the D for Valentine's Day. That's when you put it in.
You know
right?
what? Hey, you know what? All right, Donovan Sharpe, I have to say, that is actually some good advice. And, I couldn't try to do that. But here's the thing, though, man. I almost kind of feel like it's almost a mentality of some of these chicks. Okay, because she's a sister. So anyway, I
90
feel like
seconds.
she was already blocking me. She was literally kind of bullshitting a little bit even before I put it in, because I was trying to put it in already, Donovan.
Right. This is so.
I was trying that.
Listen, Kelly West. But Kelly West, listen.
I guess in theory, I was trying that, right?
Okay.
So long story short is, I told her straight up. Look, I just told her straight up. I was like, look, check this out. Just the way we were vibing, and I don't really see you like that. I didn't really just think. I didn't think that we were really out there. I just thought we were just having a good time.
Right. Let this be a lesson. And guys, again, I say this every time. Don't worry about the British voice saying 60 seconds, 30 seconds. If you're in the queue, you'll get on the show. If you're in the queue, you get on the show. You now have 45 seconds to get in on the queue. Here's the thing, Kelly West, and we say this all the time. A lot of guys say, well, I want to date an older woman because they don't play games. No. Older women play the game better than younger women. But think about what you just said. You took a 28-year-old out for Valentine's Day, right? You smashed her. She didn't give you any kind of resistance. She didn't try to get nothing out of you. Then you get a 40-year-old one over your house. She's like, why didn't you get me anything for Valentine's Day? This just goes to show that the older women get, the more they want to charge. And this is the thing with older women. They're the last to know they've hit the wall. It's as though they know. You know what I mean? It's like, how in the world can you charge more for something that's not worth as much? And it's so ass backwards the way women do this. When they're 20, 21, 22 years old, they're giving their pussies away like Halloween candy. That's when they're the most valuable. That's when they give it away for free. When women are the most valuable, that's when they give their bodies away for free. Now, all of a sudden, you're 40 years old. Now you want to require me taking you out? Now you want to require me to give you a Valentine's Day gift? This just goes to show the older women are, the more they quote-unquote charge, the more they want out of you for their companionship. Unbelievable. Thanks for the call, Kelly West. Jesus Christ. That's textbook right there, man. Area code 973. Area code 973. You're on Live with Donovan. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, Greg from New Jersey. Almost going to New York, so I might lose service.
Good stuff. All right, what's up, Greg?
Hey, what's up? I was listening to the other two guys, and I'm gonna punch you guys real quick. That was embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
First off, you shouldn't be friends with women.
Yes.
Second off, shouldn't have that one mindset. And I think with me, it's like, I'm coming into this is that I'm an opportunist, and we talked about this a long time ago.
Yep.
I don't know if you remember that, but it's like, it's a blessing and a curse. It's like, as much, it's like, I'm not going to talk about women because I never do that. But there's a band that I'm trying to join, and there are two other bands that I said I was going to join, and I gave this one, because he's giving me the runaround. I said to him, hey, look, I gave you the tools, I gave you my recording.
Right.
You want to do this? If you want to do this, let's do this. And he said to me, you said, well, we're not in a rush to, do anything, but I like confidence. I like the dedication. I said, well, it's either yes or no question. Right. I got 2 other projects that I'm doing, and I got 2 other things I got to do.
Right.
And I just said, here, give me a scheduled time to practice. You have this long to do it. And if you don't do it, I don't care how good your music is, I'm out of there. And that's all I got to say to that.
Good. Very good. Yeah, as an artist, you really have to protect your work. I guess he was talking about Joey, or not Joey. Who was it? John in Idaho? Yeah, John in Idaho, the dude that wrote the entire book. Like I said, man, there was something there. He wasn't telling us something. There was something that he wasn't telling us. Shout out to Dooney Smith with the $5 super chat. Says, LOL, Donovan, how do these women do their taxes if they marry themselves? Dooney, you got to learn to spell. Got to learn to spell, brother. How do these women do their THEIR taxes if they marry themselves? Come on, Dooney. You're better than that. Better than that. Nonstop Dre 360 says with the $2 super chat, have you read How to Not Become a Millennial? No, not yet. Not yet. James Martinez in the chat says you can't hold someone more accountable than you do yourself. Dude, real talk. That is real talk. And my guess is that he is probably talking to Luke in Minneapolis. He's like, well, why doesn't my wife want to fuck me? But then out of the same side of his mouth, he's like, well, my wife let herself go. She gets fat. She's lazy. But I go to the gym. No, dude, you don't go to the gym. You're 5'5", 170. Doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way. Let's go back to the phone lines. Let's go to area code 808. Area code 808, you're on live with Donovan. What's your name and location?
Hey, Donovan, how's it going, man? This is Earl from Honolulu.
Earl in Honolulu, how you doing, man?
Going?
Good, man, good.
Man, first of all, I love it. Just iron and sharpening iron. I love it. But first of all, it's like, fellas, it's like, don't work out for these ladies. When you work out, I know we live in a civil world, but it's like when you work out, you have to think primal. It's like this is for your fight or flight.
Yes.
You got to keep that in shape and intact. So it's like when you work out, you got to say to yourself, I need to outlast this man, or it's going to be boots to the neck.
Listen, that is Earl. Listen, man. Earl, hold on. You are on to something.
Yeah.
If you were, this is why so many men give up on working out, is that they're doing it for women. And at some point they realize women don't really mean that much to me. So, all right, I want to get laid, but no. If you're doing it to strengthen your body, strengthen your mind, right? Trigger that fight. Like, I got to outlast this guy. Men are more motivated training and getting in shape for physical strength than they ever were getting in shape for women. Now, don't get me wrong. In the back of our minds, we think, okay, being in good shape is going to get me more attention from the ladies, right? But you can't.
Of course.
Right. But you can't.
That's the universe, right there,
well, of course.
That's the
but
universe. You put good in,
right.
You get good out.
Right. But you cannot make women the priority in terms of going to the gym.
Exactly.
That's how you stall out.
Exactly.
A lot of these guys are like, Donovan, how can I keep up motivation to go to the gym? Well, why are you going to the gym? Well, to get shape and to work out. No, you're going to the gym for the ladies. If you're going to the gym to work out specifically to become sexually attractive, you're going to end up quitting. I'll give you the last word, Earl.
Oh, yeah. Here's another gem, man. Think of men, right? Women, they have it easy. It's like men, we're samurai swords. You think about it. When you're 18, you just think about a sword. When they make it, you're like hot, molten steel, soft, pliable.
Right.
But you think life is that hammer is gonna beat you down. It's gonna beat you down. And then life is that furnace. It's gonna throw you in that furnace. It's gonna be hot. It's gonna get uncomfortable. You get beat down by life with that hammer.
Right.
You get thrown in that furnace. But after a while, you get cooled off and you get polished to a finely sharpened instrument where you can cut through anything in life. You have to put it in that perspective. Women, it's like, okay, 13 or 14, it's like, oh, I get a shot of estrogen. It's like, bam, I got tits, a bubble ass, and hair down there.
Right.
And it's like, basically, if you strip that down, that's like, I want to be disrespectful to like transgenders and anything. It's like basically you pop a pill. It's like, ta-da, I'm a woman.
Right.
And then that's like a sexual license. It's like, okay, I can fuck around from. I'll keep it right. Fuck around from 16 and on.
Right.
It's like they don't earn nothing.
No, they
versus
don't.
A man,
no, they don't.
You gotta earn it.
And thanks for the call, Earl. Earl is making a very good point, and we all have heard this before. Men are made, women are born. In order for men to become men, in order for men to become masculine, in order for men to become sexually attractive to women, we have to be proactive. We have to learn how to make money. We have to learn how to fix things. We have to build up our bodies, learn to fight. We have to do all of these things. These things aren't just given to us. We have to go out and learn it and earn it. Women are just born. A woman doesn't have to do anything to be sexually attractive to men. All she has to do is make it to 18 years old as a virgin with no tattoos, not getting fat, no piercings, no tattoos, and don't smoke. And that's it. A woman can literally just put it in cruise control and have her pick of the litter. All a woman has to do is stay awake at the wheel and she's hit the lottery. That's all she has to do is stay awake at the wheel and she's hit the lottery. Men, we have to be proactive. Women simply have to be. And that's one of the main differences between men and women, is women don't really have to do much work to become women. All right, let us go back to the phone lines. Looks like we've got a caller from overseas. Caller, your number ends in 2708. You're on Live with Donovan. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, Donovan. How are you doing?
Doing good.
This is Mohammed calling from Dubai.
Mohammed in Dubai. How you doing, man?
Hey, how are you doing? You all right?
Good.
We spoke a few times on during MLD's webinars.
Oh, yes, I do. I thought I recognized your voice. How you doing, man?
All good, brother. How have you been? You all right?
Oh, my God. Yeah, working hard, man.
Right. Yeah, well, you're working hard and you're changing our lives, so I have to say thank you for that, first of all.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
I have a question and I have a comment regarding the earlier gentleman that was saying, I tried to put my dick in her in my bed, and she said no.
Oh, okay.
Please stop me if I cross a certain line, but if a woman is coming to my house, she knows exactly what the fuck she's getting.
That's right.
Ahead of me trying to say anything. They know ahead, like the character that you demonstrate through your text, your messages, the way you meet her, the way you talk in general. If you're not intimidating her and she knows exactly what's going to happen when you go there, you have a lot to work on, bro.
Wow. I like it, man. I like it.
It shouldn't be an attempt in my... Sorry?
No, I said I like it, man.
It means a lot coming from you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But during the webinars, one of the times, and Jonathan can testify to that, I had to kick a bitch out of my face because she came knocking on my door. And I'm like, what do you think? You know that if you're going to show up, you're going to get it, but you don't show up uninvited, please get out.
Yes, right.
So
exactly.
I'm not running a whorehouse over here, so mind you.
No.
But mate, like for that guy, if your character doesn't ooze in manhood,
yes.
like for example, if you stand there, get in front of someone who's, I know that you train a lot. I know that we spoke about the TRT and everything.
Yes.
You're a beast. So when a man is standing in front of you, he knows if he pisses you off, he's going to get beaten up.
That's right.
And that's how it should be with a girl. If a girl is looking at you and she's like, yeah, if I'm half naked in front of him, he's going to fuck the life out of me. If that's not what you're oozing, if that's not what they send out of you,
like it.
Bro, you have a lot to work on as a person.
Dude, it's almost like, Mohammed, it's almost like it should be a foregone conclusion, right? Like you should ooze that sexual masculinity, so much so that as soon as she crosses the threshold of your door, she's expecting the D. And if she's not expecting the D when she crosses the threshold of your door, then that's a you problem. You need to work on that. 100% agreement, man. I'll give you the last word,
Exactly. Yeah, the question that I wanted to ask you before I hang up is basically, why are all the callers so interested in relationships? Why are men so interested in relationships nowadays? It's a lose-lose situation where it's mostly a lose-lose situation unless it's fully dictated by your terms, which is something I learned from you, to be honest.
Right.
Like the social media thing, I did it with my girl. I did the same thing that you told me about. I was like, listen, I don't date girls who are on social media. It's just as simple as that.
Right.
So I keep putting the girls through the hoops. I'm like, okay, are you going to do this? No? All right, get out. It's as simple as that. I have the abundance mindset, as we keep calling it.
Yep.
So why are all these guys so interested in relationships? Ask yourselves, what the fuck is in it for me?
Listen, and thanks for the call.
Because you should...
Thanks. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to cut you off, Mohammed. Yeah, to answer Mohammed's question is why are these guys looking for relationships is because we all want relationships, right? Like, again, back in the day, and the deal is this, guys. This is how ass backwards things are. Having a good relationship with a woman I don't want to say having a good relationship with a woman is just as difficult and challenging as it is sleeping with other girls, sleeping with multiple women. It shouldn't be that way. The player life should be infinitely more difficult than keeping your woman in line. It's only one woman. You keep one woman in line, you're good to go. Being a player requires you to keep several different women in line. But we as men, we are, again, genetically predisposed to want companionship from women. This is why these men are calling about relationships. And I understand what Muhammad's saying, man. Like, dude, like, women aren't worth committing to. Why are we trying to commit to these women? Because this is what men want. Now, unfortunately, most men are not going to be in good relationships of consequence with women because they simply do not possess what it takes to get there. They're not willing to make the sacrifices. They're not willing to punish the bad behavior while rewarding the good behavior. But the answer to your question, Muhammad, is listen, man, most men would admit in an honest moment that we would much rather be in a relationship of consequence with one woman than to be sport fucking our way through Vegas. And I loved Las Vegas. I did. I will never forget my time there. I don't regret anything I did there. But my life is much better. Dude, my life is much better now than it was when I was in Vegas. Vegas was awesome, guys, but it came at a price. Dude, there's a lot of stress. I got to remember her name. Can I kick this bitch out of my apartment before this next one comes over? I got to go out and fucking run pickup game in 105 fucking degree weather. Like, dude, am I going to get laid tonight? Like, those are and again, you guys are okay. Yeah, big, okay. But those are great problems to have. Guys, there's still costs, man. There's still costs. I'd rather pay the price that comes with being in a relationship now than the cost of the player life. It wasn't always like that for me. I was willing to pay that price, but once I paid that price, at some point, sleeping with a lot of girls wasn't really worth it anymore. I was great with girls. I was getting ass almost every day, almost every night of the week. The cost, the juice just wasn't worth the squeeze anymore. Really wasn't. Let's go to area code 518. Area code 518, you're on live with Donovan. What is your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Donovan, this is B from New York.
B from New York, how you doing, man?
It's just something I thought was pretty funny. Those who knock the red pill, I just want them to look and see that we got girls who will marry themselves, then branch swing on themselves.
Oh, unbelievable.
So then who's to say, like, who's to say it won't happen to the next guy if they will do it to themselves,
Unbelievable, man. Like, women are so narcissistic. They're so solipsistic that they would, and they're so self-important. But if a woman would branch swing on herself, what makes you think she'll never do it to you? I totally 100% agree with that. Thanks for the call, B from New York. Let's go to area code 217. Area code 217, you're on live with Donovan. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, what's going on, Donovan? This is Mello in Illinois.
Mello in Illinois. What's up, brother?
Yo, man, I've been watching your YouTube channel and stuff, and I heard something that you touched on earlier about women wanting to be married and wanting to, like, try to rush into marriage, like, in their 30s.
Yeah.
I've had 2 women do that to me.
Wow.
Okay? And like you said, I've never had a chick in her 20s talk about trying to, like, force marriage on me.
Doesn't happen.
The first one that did it, I'm like, well, look, you never required any of this from your other 4 baby daddies or from none of the other guys that you slept with. But now all of a sudden, for you to be in a relationship, come on, man, stop it.
Listen, Mello,
listen,
it is unbelievable that women think they can charge more for what is worth less. It's like the older they are, the more kids they have, the more they require of men. It don't work that way. Look, you were giving away that ass for free to Taquan and Tyrone. You didn't require a relationship with them.
They gave it away to me for free.
Man, I'm trying to tell. Man, they gave all of that away to the hood niggas. You got 5 kids by 6 different dudes because kid number 4, you're not sure if that was guy number 1 or 2, right? But now all of a sudden, now that you're 36 with 6 kids, now you want to start making a relationship being a requirement to get in your pants. Get the fuck out of here with that. I'll give you the last word, Mello.
Yeah, man,
Mello, you there? Uh-oh. I think we lost Mello. Hope that wasn't Mello's girl. Big thanks goes out to Tim Taylor with the $50 super chat. Tim Taylor with the $50 super chat, and he is also a member. Tim says, marrying yourself is just publicly outing yourself as a narcissistic and undateable. Truer words never, ever spoken. Tim Taylor, one of the biggest benefactors of TSR Live. He's going to start getting into Bob in Sacramento status here pretty soon. Tim, send me an email. Send me an email, Tim. Send it to tsr@donovansharpe.com. I'm going to give you what's called the golden coupon. I'm going to give you the golden coupon. The golden coupon is a coupon that you can use to get all of my courses and materials at zero charge to you. I've only given away one golden coupon. I'm actually about to give away two more. I'm giving one to Tim Taylor. I'm also going to give one to Freelance Ronin. That's a guy that I should have given a golden coupon to a long time ago. Probably $1,200 value. I will give it all to you absolutely free. So Tim Taylor, send me an email, tsr@donovansharpe.com. Again, that's tsr@donovansharpe.com, and I will give you the golden coupon. Thank you very much for your support. And Tim Taylor has actually given me some pretty big super chats, not just today and yesterday. He's done this in the past as well. All right, let's go to area code 727. Area code 727, you're on Live at Donovan, and you go ahead. What's your name and location?
Yeah, Bill from in Tampa.
Bill in Tampa, what's up, Bill?
Quick thing, Muhammad. Yeah, you know, even in the Bible it says if a woman spends the night with a guy alone, hey, they had sex.
That's right.
You can lie to your girlfriends and lie to yourself, but you ain't gonna lie to society. You ain't gonna lie to men. You ain't gonna lie to God. You spent the night alone. You did it.
That's right.
Whether you did it or not. So anyway, just saying that. So the other thing is, I want to say something. I want to compliment you. You know, there's a lot of MGTOW and Red Pill shows out there. But they all start off with all these disclaimers, politically correct statements, backpedaling, you know, placating special interests.
Sure. Hedging.
You know, like, oh, yeah, not all cases, got to give credit, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Make your statement, drop the mic, walk off the stage, you know. I'm tired of that. They're like trying to play, you know, burn the candle at both ends. Tell it like it is, don't bait up.
No, I get it.
I appreciate how you tell it like it is.
Well, thank you very much, Bill. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's one thing that people have to understand. And listen, there's more success in hedging, right? If I come on here and say, well, not all women are like that. Most women are, but not all. No, that doesn't drive the point home, right? And the thing is this, is I'm sure that there are some unicorns and snowflakes, but guys, I've had a lot of experience with a lot of women. I haven't met one yet. What about your girl, Donovan? Psh, Devin ain't no snowflake. You kidding me? Get the fuck out of here. Anybody who thinks that I think that I've hit the lottery or the jackpot with Devin because she's some sort of special snowflake, psh, you got another thing coming. Devin is, dude, she is far from a snowflake. I can assure you of that. She's a good woman, but she ain't no snowflake. Okay, last two calls of the day. Area code 732. You're on Live at Donovan. What is your name and location? Area code 732.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, how you doing, man? You're on Live at Donovan. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Sorry, my name is Ray. I'm calling from DC.
Okay, Larry in DC. How you doing, man?
So the reason why I called is I'm a teacher, and I have my school building is full of all women, you know, all ages from like 25 and up. And I guess my question is, as someone who's like, you know, constantly taking in red pill advice, how do you navigate the workplace when there's a whole bunch of women, especially when you're principal or boss is one? Because I find myself kind of, you know, playing a role, like putting on a mask, if you would say, just to survive in the building.
There is. Well, the first thing I would advise you to do is get the school, whatever school you're working at, to increase the budget on 9-volt batteries, because it appears it sounds like there is a smoke detector that is low on the battery. So make sure you get with your principal about that. But all jokes aside, it is nearly impossible to be a red pill aware male in a female dominated workplace. It's just, listen, how do you navigate it? You navigate it as best you can. Listen, you can't be red pill at work. You can't do it. Being red pill at work gets you fired. You can't, dude. You can't be talking about hypergamy and Donovan Sharpe and all women are like that, especially at school, right? Especially when most of the people you work for are women. I actually got this call from I got the same call from another guy who listens to my show. He's in Charlotte, North Carolina. Right now, he's at odds because he has a very specific skill, but he's having trouble. He wants, like, his boss is younger than he is. He's in his 50s, I believe, and he'll correct me if I'm wrong. But he's in his 50s. His boss is some 24-year-old unqualified chick. She's telling him what to do. He's like, Donovan, what do I do? Dude, listen, if you need your job, you're going to have to tough it out. But if you're in a financial position to be able to quit your job, then unless you're there, you're going to have to stick it out. It is becoming more and more difficult to be a man, much less a man in a female-dominated workplace, man. The only thing I can advise you to do is just watch out for the landmines, man. That's the best I can do. I'll give you the last word.
Also, I bought Gorilla Mind Rush and been working phenomenally.
Good shit, right?
Tired by the other day. It's been giving me the extra energy and the brain and the focus I need to get through workouts, to get through graduate courses, everything.
Yes.
So, big supporter. If you don't have it, if you don't buy it, you're doing something wrong.
I appreciate that, man. Thanks for the thanks for the gorilla. Listen, thanks for making my sponsor happy there, Larry in DC. Listen, man, you guys have noticed that I'm on the air now I'm on the air for 2.5, 3 hours a day. Right after I get done, and it takes a lot out of me to do the show. But guys, guess what? I took a Gorilla Mind Rush before the show, and 2 hours and 21 minutes into this, I still have the same energy. What I'm doing after this? I'm going downstairs and I'm lifting weights. This is what GMR does. Listen, dude, I did 3 hours of show prep. I did an hour show with Jonathan from Modern Life Dating. I'm doing a 2.5, 3 hour show. I'm about to go right downstairs and lift me some weights. You better fucking believe it. GMR is the real thing. Danny Arnold in the chat says, I have come to feel real contempt for the AWOLT fallacy argument. They all run on the same operating system. The programming is all the same. Dude, 100% agreement, Danny. Big thanks goes out to Young Manhood Channel, YMC, with the $5 super chat. He says, salute, Donovan. Great content. Appreciate that. Let's go to area code 706. Area code 706, you're on live with Donovan, and you go ahead. What's your name and location?
What up? It's Mac Fit from Athens, Georgia.
Okay. Mac Fit from Athens, Georgia.
Yeah, so I just wanted to really ask a game question. So basically, you know, I'm out here. I'm a personal trainer, and I'm in the gym constantly. I used to play ball out here.
Okay.
And now I'm just, like, doing personal training and stuff. And, you know, I be in the gym, a whole bunch of chicks be, like, looking at me and shit like that. And I be approaching, you know, sometimes, and nine times out of 10, I'll get their number or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, when I try and push it forward and stuff like that, they give me, like, flaky attitude and shit. I ain't the one to go chase a bitch. So sometimes I just fall off completely.
Good.
And just stop pursuing on some. So I just like wanted to know how to close on those girls in the gym, because I feel like they really not fucking with me completely, because like the gym is like I'm there all the time.
Yeah.
And they might see me all the time and some shit go down or something where they ain't really fucking with, or I'm not fucking with them type shit. You know what I mean? Like they don't want that awkward moment. So how can I get over that cliff?
Yeah.
And really close on those and shit.
Listen, oh my God, this is a very good question. And those of you guys who are in really good shape and you work out at gyms, listen up. Girls are always thinking 5 steps ahead. Girls check you out, Mac, because they want to fuck, right? Then they give you their phone number. When a girl gives you her phone number, her mind goes into fast forward. What's this guy going to be like in the sack? Is he going to show me a good time? If we're in a relationship, what are his... These are questions all going through her mind. She goes through your social media. Then her mind goes forward so much, she says, well, what happens if we break up? Oh, shit. If we break up, I can't come to this gym anymore, because if I smash, like if we have a one-night stand, we're going to be awkward. And girls do not do awkward. So here's how to close. Right. Here's how to close on these girls. Okay? You need to sign up for another gym. Right? You need to rotate your time between gyms. That's the first thing. The second thing is that you need to let these girls know that you're at other gyms. Yeah, you know, I only come here every once in a while, blah, 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 blah. if these girls know that you're not at that gym all the time, they're going to be more likely to go home with you, because in their minds, let's just say that you're only at that gym on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and some shit goes down with, you know, big titty blonde white girl Megan. You guys smashed for a few weeks and you guys decided, okay, whatever. Well, beforehand, Megan knows, okay, well, Mac only comes to the gym on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I don't really want to see him because that shit went down, so I'll come to the gym on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. That's how you do that. Always have more than one gym. If you have more than one gym membership, your success with women in the gym will drastically increase. I've seen it happen many times before, man.
Okay. Hey, and I got one more thing. I don't know if this is inappropriate or not, but can I shout out my fitness page on Instagram?
Say what now? Say again?
Can I shout out my fitness page on Instagram? I don't know if you really do that or whatever.
Nope. I don't really do that. Thanks for the call. Nope. Nope. If you want to advertise, start your own YouTube channel. I am not an advertising platform. At least not to sponsors that don't pay. I don't do the free advertisement. But good question there by Mac Fitness in Atlanta, or Athens, Georgia. Excellent. All right, let me take a look at the chat here. There are actually some good chats here that I wanted to take a look at. Okay. Bramblebush says, that's the funny thing about the wall. Women to me are usually the hottest around the late 20s to mid 30s. Yeah, different guys have different thresholds of physical and sexual attractiveness. Some men just like older looking women. You know, I mean, some men like the MILFs. That's just how it is. Let's see. New York's Ninth Wonder says no fatties 2020. Absolutely. Very good. Modern Life Dating says, you need to chill, Arini, or you are gone. Yeah, that guy Davis Arini. What a... Oh, God. I will never understand why men pay to try... I don't... whatever. Jesus is the reason yo dick still working. Nah, nigga. It's Viagra. Dumbass. All right, let's see. Bramblebush says he can tattoo your name on her ring finger. Yeah, listen, man. Jay in LA, I hope you're still watching, dude. You really do have the scarcity mindset. It sounds like you have one-itis for this girl. If this girl ever leaves you, like you and again, we've all been there, right? But it sounds to me like you have way too much invested emotionally in this girl. This is something you need to change immediately, because it sounds like you're scared to lose her. It sounds like you're afraid to lose her, and that you are definitely not. Yeah, James Martinez says he's afraid of being alone. I agree. So hopefully Jay in LA can get his mind right. Okay, let's see. There was one more in here that I wanted to see. Okay. Danny Arnold. Howling Thunder 96. Shout out to you, man. Says brother Don in the house. Spitting that truth as always. Absolutely. NY Kia 31 says, don't be coming to my house at 1 a.m. thinking we're going to be reading philosophy, right? Like, if you show up to my crib at midnight, like, bitch, we finna smash. Like, no, this ain't movie time. This isn't lattes and feelings. Fuck that. Tim Taylor says, the harder you grip, the faster she'll run. Yeah. And that could be it. With Mac in Athens, Georgia. I think his text game might be a little bit off, but I really do believe that if Mac in Athens, Georgia, I really do believe if he gets, like, if he signs up at another gym, if he gets a second gym membership, his conquest with women will increase substantially. Of that, I am certain. Absolutely. My thanks goes out to my super chatters, Zach Schmidt, About Now, Charles Reinhardt, Al, The Steel Curtain, Merciless Six, Nicholas Skeels, Steasley, Davis Arini, Ace and Spades, Mr. Crotch the Free Agent, Remington Rushlow, Ken T, Danny Arnold, The Kyle Man 999, Big Brandon, Ashish Kaushik, Dooney Smith, Nonstop Dre, Tim Taylor, Young Manhood YMC channel with the $5 super chat. I appreciate all of the super chats. Let me welcome my new member, Six Ball. Steasley, welcome to the family. PD Ice, welcome to the family. You guys now have chat privileges. Danny Arnold, welcome to the family. You now have chat privileges. Tim Taylor absolutely has chat privileges. And again, Tim, send me an email, tsr@donovansharpe.com. tsr@donovansharpe.com. I will give you the golden coupon. You will get every course that I will ever create for free from here on out. My thanks to EFO in Atlanta. These are my callers. Chuck in Maryland, TJ in High Point, Jason in Vegas, Theo the Trucker, Depson in Burlington, Marcus in Miami, Sanchez in New York, Jay in LA, Tim in California, The Shadow, John in Idaho, Algo in New York, Brandon in Columbus, Joey in Iowa, Luke in Minneapolis, Mike in Phoenix, Kelly West, North Miami Beach, Greg in New Jersey, Earl in Honolulu, Mohammed in Dubai. My bad, Mohammed. Didn't mean to cut you off early. Call back tomorrow. B from New York, Mello in Illinois, Bill in Tampa, Larry in DC, and Mac in Athens, Georgia. My thanks to everyone who have tuned in today. Thank you guys very much. If you guys want to get more of my content, go to patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe to get your hands on my free ebook, 16 Ways to Immediately Disqualify Her for a Long-Term Relationship. Go to donovansharpe.com/newsletter. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.